Lovely.
If we're ready, I am passing it over to GM Cat for Pigeons 11.
Thank you so much, Andrea, and thank you for the lovely intro. Good morning to everyone watching, and these are our burglaring birds. We are so excited to tell you a story this morning, but we know that Pigeons 11 might be a little bit of a new system to people. So as Andrea mentioned in the intro, there is a little bit of cartoon logic going on here. All of our player characters are birds, and none of the humans that they interact with are going to find that weird at all, unless things get a little bit too stressful. And then the true bird nature will show through, and we'll see what kind of mayhem and hijinks ensue from that. The other thing that I wanted to let y'all know is that unlike a lot of other RPGs, the concept of the polymorph system is that each player chooses a role, ROLE, which determines their role, ROLL, for the entire game. So each of our players has a specific die type assigned to them, and I'm going to let all of our players introduce themselves now, as well as letting you know who they are going to be playing and what their role in the crew is. Let's start with, I believe, Astrid is our D4.
Yep. Good morning. My name is Bella. I'll be playing Astrid. Astrid is a palm cockatoo. Those are those black, dark blue parrots with the feather crests and those bright pink cheeks. And I'll be playing the pro. And my dice is the D4. And I've got a bunch of lovely D4s here from Ink and Bee. So hopefully they roll real good for me today.
Moving on to our D6. I believe that's Dardar. I can't hear you,
Oh, we
Urvy.
can't hear
I don't
you.
know if anyone else
Can you
can.
not?
There we
That's
go.
because
Oh, there
my
we go.
microphone was pressed off.
There we
The
go.
buttons are two different buttons. Hello, hi again. I am Urvy Fitz. I'll be playing Dardar McQueen for you today. He is an albino crow. Gonna be our D6. I've got a couple of them laying around here, and really excited to be being your grease man.
Amazing. And then moving on to our D8.
Yeah, I'm Henry. I'm going to be playing Zigazooga Cloudburst, who has a wide collection of David Crowe albums. If you catch that reference, hats off to you. But yeah, I will be playing no, not the Dardar's playing the Grease Man. I'm playing the Muscle. I'm a pelican. And he likes to boost cars. He's got a need for speed.
Wonderful. And last but certainly not least, Flaco, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Sam. I'm gonna be playing Flacco, the Eurasian eagle owl. So think like big owl with the kind of like light and brown coloring with the spots and those big giant orange eyes. I'm gonna be using the D10 today to I get the role of the high roller. So the kind of socialite that ghosts when things get a little bit too hot and it's great at foraging stuff.
Wonderful. Thank you all. And once again, I am Kat. I will be playing the rest of the world. But most importantly, I will also be playing the Nest, which is the mastermind behind this heist. Amanda the Gray Heron has put this together for you today. So when our birds call in for some help from HQ, they can either call the Nest or they can call Amanda and see what is going to happen. With that, I'm just going to give people a couple of little content warnings. There's going to be some cartoon violence, and there's going to be some criminal activity happening in our story today. So if either of those things aren't for you, go check out the auction. Bid on lots of stuff there, and then come on right back around 1 o'clock for the Avatar Legends game. But otherwise, we hope you enjoy a Sunday morning cartoon with birds doing crime. Our story does take place in a fictional version of a real location. Any of the discrepancies, intentional or not, are here to serve the plot and characters of our caper. And also just saying that crime is bad. Please don't do it. All right. So, as we start our story, it's nighttime on Canada's west coast, and darkness has fallen over the city, at least as dark as it can get in downtown Victoria. The legislative building is softly lit, which is so beautiful at night, and there are a few couples still strolling along the pathways, taking in the sights. The camera pans over the iconic Inner Harbour and the Empress Hotel to the Royal BC Museum. Normally bustling with tourists and locals alike, the museum grounds are quiet now, although not as quiet as they could be. The camera pushes through the front doors, past the ticket counter, which is locked up for the night, and up the unmoving escalator to the second floor. It's a Girl Guide sleepover event, and dozens of girls, along with a handful of leaders, have their sleeping bags spread out throughout the natural history exhibit. But that's not what you're here for, really. The camera swings back around to the feature exhibit in the adjoining space, a history of sports in Canada. In the area dedicated to a hockey exhibit, with memorabilia from Crane Gretzky and Sidney Crosby on the walls, space has been cleared for the Girl Guides to have breakfast tomorrow. A gourmet cereal buffet curated by celebrity chef Emeril Lagasse. There are over 100 different types of breakfast cereal here, which is enough to keep your crew fed for, well, you're not quite sure. Birds aren't great at math, but it'll be a long time and delicious too. In the background, large but slightly out of focus, we see a hockey net, and atop that is the world's oldest hockey stick, the perfect tools to scoop the cereal and carry it out of here. We also see a nondescript door that almost blends into the background. If we were to open that door and look into the office on the other side, we would see the workspace of the exhibit curator, Justin Beaver. You haven't met him yet, but he's the paranoid guardian of the hockey stick, who will do just about anything to make sure everything is as he expects it to be. As this scene fades, we're going to rewind to a point earlier in the day. So, my burglaring birds, who do you think made it into the museum first?
I I'll jump on the mantle here with Dardar, as a albino crow who specializes in breaking and entering. He woke up this morning, put on his most nondescript janitorial outfit, nice little coveralls that he's used on several different jobs, being whether it be a mechanic, janitor, astronaut, things happen. Finds his way hanging out in the back of the museum where the employee and staff interest might be, and just casually walks in as everybody comes in for the day. He meanders about the museum throughout, just trying to keep an eye on various doors, scouting out locations, maybe throwing a piece of tape here and there on a couple locks, but trying to plot out the place, make sure he can get the rest of his cohorts in.
Amazing. And where is Dardar now as the action starts with the museum quiet?
Dardar is probably on the main floor, pretending that he was cleaning out one of the IMAX facilities earlier on, helping keep an eye out for when his team arrives.
Amazing. And who would you like to throw to next to describe their entry?
We'll toss it on over to Henry with the muscle.
For sure, yeah. Zigazuga cased out the delivery truck driver, and he stops by Starbucks every morning before he makes his daily deliveries. And while he was in the Starbucks, I kind of sidled into that delivery van, drove it over to the delivery place. But unfortunately, when I got to the museum, I got a little distracted by the display uh, of statues on the second floor, and I have fallen asleep.
Lovely. I mean, hey, birds need sleep too. You're not a nocturnal bird. Makes total sense. Sun's down. And who would you like to toss to as our next bird?
Let's throw it over to Astrid.
Cool. Astrid, I think, there's some fancy people here during the day. Tourists. And, normally Astrid hangs out at the conservatory where all the other birds are, but she knows that there's a serial heist happening here, so she's gonna follow some of these fancy folk and then just go hang out in the natural history exhibit area, pretending to be a parrot that's been there the entire time.
Perfect. So you have infiltrated the exhibit and have prime view of the Girl Guides.
Yeah, I'm watching them.
Perfect. And then last but certainly not least, we go to Flacco.
Flacco is going to be. I think he probably started his day kind of going in the main entrance and just kind of trying to make it assumed like he belongs. He's carrying two separate cups of coffee, one for him, one labeled Beaver right on it for the museum curator, and he's going to try to talk his way into the front, saying, "I have an appointment with Mr. Beaver."
Perfect. And how do you think that went? Since this is a flashback, you can kind of take some narrative control of how that went, or are you still waiting for that meeting to happen?
I think I probably got put the cold shoulder just a little bit, but I think I do kind of get my way in. I kind of just say, "Hey, I'm actually from the British Museum. I'm supposed to have a discussion with Mr. Beaver about one of our exhibits here about loaning." And I think probably the person at the front desk is just like, I don't see you on the list, but you know what? He has a lot of appointments. He's probably very busy and didn't forget to write it. Yeah, you can go on through. And so I'm probably just sitting outside of the office, coffee just a little bit, getting a little bit too cold, but kind of moving him along.
Perfect. So you are all inside the museum. You've all found places to kind of hide yourselves to evade that first security sweep of the evening. You're a little bit lucky. While the pairs of security guards that are normally walking around the building tend to have a pattern that they follow, because this is a special event, things might not be as you expect them. So, let's pick up with Astrid. From your perch in the diorama, you can kind of see what's happening here. And you can see that um, the girls came upstairs from watching a movie in the IMAX theater. They were very excited, very wound up. But for the most part, things are starting to settle down. And the leaders, have more or less gotten everyone at least into their places, if not fully asleep yet. So, where would you like to go to either meet up with the rest of your crew or to start the next part of the heist?
Well, seeing as everybody's mostly settled and I can get out of here, I'm gonna go rendezvous with Flacco, who's somewhere near the office.
Yes. So, in order to rendezvous with Flacco, you're going to have to figure out a way to get into kind of the non-public facing areas of the museum. So, you're going to have to find a way to get from the exhibit area through a door that would be locked at this time of night.
That's okay. I'm good at getting into things.
Okay. Um, so you would like to find and open a door? Is that what
Find
I'm
and
hearing?
open a door. Exactly. Yes, please.
Okay, lovely. That sounds like it's going to be the first roll of our game. So you are going to roll your D4 as, I believe, a brains. Does that
Brains
make
check.
sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That's a 1.
That's a 1. So, I mean, even though our first roll of the game is a 1, which love that for us. This is a great chance to introduce one of the interesting mechanics of Pigeons 11, which is gadgets.
Gadgets.
3 times per game, when a player rolls a 1, they can introduce a gadget into the scene that will turn their failure into a success. That thing can be persistent, but it only gives you that success the first time. So, is there something maybe that you can find in one of the exhibits to help you pick this lock and turn that failure into a success?
I think Astrid, being a good bandit and excellent
Mhm.
at disturbing the peace. I think everybody's settled for now, so we're not going to cause a ruckus yet. She reaches around and pulls out from one of her tail feathers a lockpick.
Perfect.
Jams it in the lock and see if that helps.
Absolutely. That is going to turn your failure into a success. And with the help of the lockpick, it takes a little bit longer than you would like it to. And, you have a few extra moments of kind of freezing in place, hoping that everyone thinks you're actually part of this diorama. But you are able to unlock the door and proceed through to the offices and the administrative part of the building on the other side. Flacco, are you difficult to find for Astrid, or are you kind of on the lookout for the rest of your crew to meet up with you?
I'm kind of still just standing outside of that door, kind of looking like I'm just waiting my turn. So I am kind of just like looking back and forth down the hallway, seeing if I can spot anyone coming by.
Perfect. So, Astrid, this is what you see as you are in the hallway, and you are easily able to meet up.
Hey, Flacco, how's it going?
He's still inside. I can't get him out. He seems very busy.
Still inside? It's already dark. Don't they usually leave when it's dark?
I think he's working late, something like that. I'll make something up to get in.
I mean, I just busted through that door. Have you tried this door? Is it locked?
I'm not sure we really want to open the door when he might just be right in there. Let's see.
I guess.
Maybe we can cause some sort of distraction or ruckus to get him to leave. Then I can slip in the back.
Do we want to wait for the rest of the crew to show up, or do we want to go it on our own?
Let's wait and see if we can get the others.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna move from here, kind of do a little freeze frame, Steven Soderbergh, like put you down in that bottom left-hand corner, and let's move over to Dardar. Dardar, you are in the IMAX theater. It's dark now. Would you like to try and meet up with your crew, or is there something else that you want to try and put in place for this heist?
I think next steps for Dardar are going to be trying to acquire entry. So like keys or card, whatever might have been used to get in through doors and stuff. So looking for like the main office, or I guess probably the curator's office, janitor's office. So leaving the IMAX and making our way literally just through the halls. He's not going to try and be sneaky or anything because he's dressed as a janitor, pushing his little trash can along. Maybe runs into Zig passed out in the statue area to get him woken up and moving along.
Sure. Let's see what that looks like then for Dardar as you come upon this passed out body. You recognize that Zig is a pelican, but no one else seems to have found anything bizarre.
Hey, Zig!
What?
Ziggy! It's dark.
Not again.
Yeah, again.
Mm,
We got works to do's.
all right, let's hit this. Let's hit this brick.
I haven't seen Astrids or Flacos around, but I'm sure as they made it to the office. We got this
We got a skadoodles.
skadoodles. Yeah, skadoodles is a good word. I like skadoodling.
Let's come. Let's.
Bye.
All right. Oh man. I hope there's coffee in there. Let's.
Coffee.
All right.
All right.
So are you two going to try and make your way up to that second floor office area then? Or are you going to look for other ways of entry?
I want to mark other ways of entry for sure. That way we have an exit plan too, if necessary.
Okay.
Did I just catch a pun? An exit plan?
You know, those are just going to be here. Sometimes we'll point them out, and sometimes they're just going to be. Wonderful. So as you are looking around kind of this first floor area, you're stuck in this weird limbo between the ticket counter and where the offices actually start on the first floor, because normally this needs a swipe card access. So if you think that you had obtained a swipe card maybe earlier in the day, you can do a little bit of a flashback and a reverse again. And if you don't think that you have one, we can look around for one.
Hold on, I'm going to odds. I found one. Evens, I did not. Evens, I did not. So yeah,
Oh.
we're gonna look for one.
Wonderful. So your best bet to find a key card that is not the curator would be with these roving security guards. So you know that they kind of make their rounds through all of the levels of the museum, and you know that they must have swipe card access because they're able to check those administrative only portions as well. So luckily for you, as you're kind of hanging out in the lobby, the two of you just minding your own business, you do see the sweep of a bit of a flashlight and start to hear some voices coming towards you.
Okay.
So what are you thinking, Dardar? Should we bum rush him?
I mean, I think that should be the, well, backup planet. Maybe I can just ask.
You gonna ask?
Yeah, just ask him,
You're gonna politely ask the security guards for a key card?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
All right. So
I
what
will
does it
I'll
look
get
like?
ready for my backup plan.
Yeah.
Go like hide behind the desk or something to bum rush the guards. It won't be annoying. No, yeah, I'll be like pretending to clean up, which is really just making more of a mess of
Mhm.
the like front lobby, maybe like the little guide area. I know they usually have like pamphlets and stuff at museums, so I'm literally throwing pamphlets everywhere on the floor to pretend to pick them up later when the security guards come in. It was all the girl guide's fault. And then once they come through, I will just, yeah, politely ask them for a swipe card because I misplaced mine.
Absolutely. If you're going to try and charm these security guards, let's roll feathers for you.
That is a 1.
Oh
That's a
no.
1. Oh no. Is there a gadget that you think can help you out in this situation? Maybe something that you would have with your janitorial kit, maybe something that you can find in this ticketing area that can give you some way of succeeding.
I'm thinking maybe like it's a prop that I've had type deal. It's a keychain. It's got a bunch of just random keys on it. Like literally, I don't know what they go to. I've just picked up keys off the street. They were shiny. And it's got one of those broken little pulley things that you usually
Mhm.
keep your swipe card on, and
Yeah.
it's broken. So it was very clearly like, yeah, see, I misplaced it. It fell off of my thingy, and none of these keys work because we moved to swipe cards. Darn technology.
Wonderful. So your broken key fob toggle can definitely help you get past that. But you do see that the security guards are looking at you a little bit more closely. I'm going to mute for a second for some water. There we go. Hydration is important. All right. So they are going to look at you a little bit more closely. And one of them kind of gets right up in your face for this. We've had 2 complications for this scene, by the way, for 2 $50 donations.
Good
Just
luck.
FYI.
Thanks.
Leans in and says, "Hey, don't I know you?"
Yeah, I've been working here for quite some time now. Oh, I think you
No,
know me. I was
no. I don't know you from here. But where do I know you from?
maybe I do what you call them, the little mini figure war painting things sometimes on the weekends,
I mean, maybe that was it.
and collectors clubs.
All right.
Like stamps.
You are going to roll for feathers again to convince these folks that you are absolutely a nerdy Warhammer player on the weekends.
That's a 3.
That's a 3, and that fails our feathers. So you are going to add 1 heat to your heat counter on your character sheet.
Beautiful.
For folks at home, once the level of heat matches the die type for the person, their cover is blown. So we've got a little ways to go, but you definitely have a suspicious security guard with you now. And you can see that the guard that you've been interacting with is reaching for something on their belt.
Yeah.
I think that might
The
be when
swipe
I
card.
resort to my back plan.
Okay.
Oh
So
no! I guess we'll see.
is Zig going to intervene here?
If there's anything other than a swipe card coming off that belt, yeah, he's gonna charge on in and plummets this person.
It's dark. It's hard to see. So roll brains with disadvantage, which means that you're going to roll your die twice,
Right.
and at least one of them has to succeed.
That, my friend, is a beautiful pair of 8s.
Which, if we were playing any other game, would be amazing. However,
Oh no!
Pigeon's 11, and your target number for brains was a 2 or a 3.
Oh no!
So, with disadvantage, you fail. So, break me off what that looks like as you are attempting to intervene and definitely not making it.
I think he stands up from behind whatever he was hiding behind. He starts to take a few steps forward, and then like this yawn just comes out of nowhere. He's still not completely awake, and he takes a big old yawn, and he just falls flat on his face as he is trying to charge forward towards this other guard.
Wonderful. Add 1 heat to your heat counter as well. And then we're going to continue. So you now have a pair of very suspicious security guards, and they don't seem inclined to help Dardar at all. And seeing Zig, they're a little bit confused. Who is this guy?
He's one of the delivery drivers. That's why I needed the swipe card. You know, I was trying to help him out the back gate, but you got to go through all the doors. He got stuck in the bathroom. My accent.
I got lost. This place gets confusing at night.
Kind of
Very
looking
confusing.
kind of looking at each other. The security guards are going to be like, "Huh, I thought we checked the bathrooms. Maybe we didn't check the bathrooms. Which bathroom were you in?"
You know that one down that way over there, by the by the entrance.
I think we're going to fade away from this scene a little bit. We're going to fade away from Dardar and Zig entangled with these two security guards to swoop back up to Astrid and Flacco, still waiting in that hallway upstairs. Nothing has triggered your kind of red flags yet. Everything seems to be more or less going as planned, except for the fact that your compatriots are definitely late at this point.
All right, they're definitely taking too long. All right.
Should we just?
Yeah, try to open the door. I'll come up with something.
I mean, I can either cause a ruckus or I can open the door.
Is there anybody else like in the hallway around, or are we kind of just like alone next to the curator's office?
In this administrative part, you are currently alone, from what you can tell. If you would like to roll for brains, you can take a closer look at your surroundings.
All right, yeah, that'll be my plan. I'll kind of like keep an eye out while Astrid kind of picks the lock to the door.
So
Okay.
you want me to pick the lock or cause a scene? Because I can do either.
Pick the lock. Let's
Pick
be
the
quiet
lock.
for now.
Okay.
Okay. So let's have Flacco roll for brains to see what else you can see in this area. And then we'll have Astrid roll for.
That's a 7, so I do not make it.
Okay, perfect. Wonderful. So what you don't see, Flacco, is that there are little tiny cameras along the hallway. Because you don't see them, you're also not quite sure whether anyone's monitoring them or whether they actually go to a private security feed inside the curator's office or the main security room downstairs. And then we are going to let Astrid also roll for brains to try and pick this lock.
That's a 2. That means I succeed.
You do succeed. So you are quickly able to pick this lock. Oh, sorry, Flacco, also add a heat.
Yep.
To your heat counter.
We're doing great. We're doing great, folks.
You're doing so well. I mean, that's what complications are for, right?
Yeah, make things worse.
Yes. If people do want to make things easier for these birds, there are a couple of lower donation tiers where you can give them advantage on rolls, or if you want to see them experience even more complications, keep on donating that $50 to add more complications to our scenes. But Astrid, you are expertly able to pick that lock, nice and quiet. The door swings open on well-oiled hinges.
It's so quiet.
It is dark inside, but there's just enough light, probably from a not quite powered down, but like in sleep mode computer screen, that you can just make out a very precise and organized desk. You can make out a very neat and tidy binder that seems to, be full of materials related to the exhibit. And on a very utilitarian sofa, you can just make out a sleeping form in the dark and quiet of the office.
Shh. Flacco, shh.
Oh, good. This was much better than what I had planned. All right.
What were you planning?
I mean, one of these coffees was for him. I was just going to slip something in it so he would sleep. But
He's already asleep.
He's already asleep. Yeah, it beat me to that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What are we looking for?
He's got to have some sort of key card or something that opens the other side of the office so we can get into the museum.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got to have some sort of like administrative key card or something.
Yeah, something that opens all the doors.
Yeah.
Are you going to try to search the person?
Absolutely.
Okay. Great. Okay. So you approach the sofa, both of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. This means you are both inside the room.
Yep.
It's still dark. Are you leaving the door to the hallway open or are you closing it?
Let's close it behind us just in case.
Okay. So it's even darker in here. Our owl would be able to see in the dark, so you don't really have that much of a penalty. But as it gets a little bit darker, I think that Astrid, you're going to have a little bit more trouble seeing. So you are going to make your roll at disadvantage. So I will point out for you that as the pro with a D4, it's impossible for you to make a stealth roll.
Yep.
Because the resolver for that starts at a 5.
I know.
So if you are attempting to stealth, you are going to have to roll feathers.
Yep.
If you would like to take any other action that you have a possible chance of succeeding, then you may do so. However, if you roll feathers and you roll a 4 on your D4, and you can convince me why your cover holds up, that will become a success.
Okay.
Okay. And you're rolling at disadvantage. So you roll 2 dice and
take the lower or
no, sorry. With disadvantage on this, both of them have to be a success.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, I got my 2d4. Let's go. Oh no. Oh no. Double twos.
Double twos, which does not grant you a gadget and also does not grant you cover. So you are going to roll our very first heat test of the game. You are going to roll your die against, you already had 1 heat.
Did I?
So, did you not?
No, I had no heat.
Oh, then perfect. Never mind. You don't have to roll a heat test because your first one is essentially free. So just add a heat. Perfect. Cool. Great. So that's going to be one of you. Flacco, let's roll your feathers.
Yep.
Again, unless you're doing something other than stealthing. And let me know how it goes before we narrate the outcome.
That's 2.
We're doing great.
Doing so good, guys.
We're doing
Best
so
heist.
You did have a heat already, correct?
I did, yeah, I had 1.
Okay, so now we get to roll our first heat test.
Okay.
So you are going to roll your D10 again. Your target number is 1 for this. What you want to do is roll either higher than a 1, super easy, or if you roll a 1 exactly, we're going to get to have a big con.
So I get to either save or have a big con, because there's no way I could fail this.
Correct.
Awesome. That's a 2 again.
Okay, so with a 2, you're going to increase your heat by 1, so you now have 2 heat.
Yep.
And tell me what it looks like as the 2 of you jointly approach this sleeping figure on the sofa and attempt, but do not actually find, a key or swipe card or any other kind of way to get around to the museum more easily.
I think we try to kind of like sneak in, and as we're trying to do that, we kind of just like trip over each other too fast, and the 2 cups of coffee that I was still holding, I just spilled directly onto Mr. Beaver.
I mean, at least they're not hot anymore.
They're not hot anymore. They're like lukewarm at best because I've been sitting out here for like 20 minutes. But yeah.
Yeah, Astrid can't see very good in the dark.
Yeah, did you want to add any little
Oh.
extra flavor there?
I think she like squawks out of surprise. So there's coffee and noise.
Okay, wonderful. And as there's coffee and noise, the figure on the sofa is going to startle awake, and reaching for their cell phone, turns on a very bright flashlight, like too bright. That moment when you like pick up your phone and you haven't adjusted the level on the flashlight and it's just blinding, and is disgruntled and awake, and covered in coffee, is quite upset, almost sputtering, but not Justin Beaver. This is, in fact, Justin Beaver's assistant, Nolan Tooth, that you have woken up and are now faced with. Again,
Oh.
we're going to hit a little bit of pause on your scene, I think, and go back down to the lobby area. Dardar and Zig, how are you getting along with these night guards?
Well, apparently they're very, very suspicious. Left off with the bathroom scenario
Mm-hmm.
and getting our driver out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at this point Zig doesn't have a whole lot of deception options left, so I think he might be doing the whole 1-2 combo motion, hoping that Dar will pick up what he's laying down. Like, all right, you just get down and I'll just knock him over.
Dar, do you pick up on that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Listen.
So there are 2 ways that this can go mechanically. Way number one of you can help the other one in a talons check. Or way number 2, one of you can roll wings as the obstacle that is going to be tripped over, and the other one will roll talons, as the one who is doing the shoving. What would you like to do?
I like the idea of helping.
Okay, perfect. So as the one who is kind of the obstacle that's going to be tripped over, we are then going to grant advantage to Zig and be able to kind of do a little bit of fun. Ooh, okay. We've got a $50 complication that's going to be added to this again. I'm sorry, the audience really wants to see these night security guards succeed for some reason. But you are each also going to get advantage. So please track that somehow for yourselves that you have an advantage. Perfect. So, and I think for each player, it means all 4 of the players. If I'm wrong, Blair will correct me.
It was me. Everybody gets 1.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
The chat is accusing me of inside baseball. Whatever.
You're like, we need it. We need it.
it.
Okay. So, Zig, you do not have to use up your donated advantage on
Okay.
this particular roll because the help action already gives you advantage. So you're going to roll twice on
Okay.
your talons. You need to hit between a 4 and a 7 on one of your 2 rolls. That's how this is going to work mechanically.
All right. And he's just going to play it like he's one of those big hands talkers. He's like, man, I don't know where I'm going. This place is so confusing. I don't even know what's going. And then he sees Dardar kneel down, and he just whacks out. And I hope I succeeded. I got a 1 and a 3.
Technically, no. However,
Oh no.
however, you haven't introduced a gadget yet.
Oh,
So
okay.
on your
Okay.
1, you can
Mhm.
introduce a gadget to turn your failure into a success and be able to continue on. So tell me what it is that you find in this museum lobby space that kind of
For
helps you
sure.
out.
Well, he knew this was going to all be happening at night, so he wanted to have a light source. So he stuffed one of those big, heavy mag lights into his beak for later use beforehand. So he's going to pull out that mag light as he's waving his hands around, and he's going to use that to just give that extra poof to the security guard.
Wonderful. Okay. So you have managed to eliminate one of the security guards, now currently 5 edges that they have. So they are momentarily taken aback, but they are not entirely out of the scene or the game. But you do have a few moments to either extricate yourselves somehow or to have a little bit of a breather and come up with another method of approaching this.
Personal opinion is swipe the swipe card and run.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
down. Let's go.
Which one of you wants to try and make that lift?
I will.
Wonderful.
Get
Uh,
him. Get him, Dardar.
Come on,
roll
Dardar!
roll a feathers.
Okay, I got this. I would like to use my given advantage, my donated advantage on this.
Absolutely. Use that donated advantage.
It was a 5!
Well, what did we say that was? Feathers?
Set of feathers.
Feathers,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a success. That's a
Yes.
success.
Yes!
So that is wonderful.
The
You
little
are
things.
able in the chaos to defeat the night guard's perception and grab that key card. So now you can either kind of hightail it out of there, which would be a wings check for each of you. You're aiming for between a 3 and a 5 on that, or you can continue to engage with the guards.
Can
No,
I, if we are we booking it? Is that the plan?
I feel like that's the best bet in this.
Can I help Dardar's booking it by flashing that same mag light in their eyes as we run away?
I think that you can use that to give yourself advantage, but I don't know that it will kind of give you both advantage because you each need to separately get away from this situation
Okay.
unless Zig is willing to sacrifice himself to kind of further entangle the guards.
Ooh, let's call high or low on that. So high, I will sacrifice myself.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna give up the escape to Dardar, and I think I can handle these 2 jokers. So
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you. No.
Great.
Ziggy,
Um,
please!
Dardar, you are going to roll your wings with advantage to try
Okay.
and get away.
All right. Just because. I rolled a 5 and a 6.
Okay. That is perfect because you only needed 1 success out of that, and your 5 is a success. So you are definitely able to get out of this situation and entanglement with the guards. Are you trying to get into the office area with the swipe card that you have, or are you trying to just get off of this floor in any way possible?
A little a column A, a little a column B. Definitely. Like the goal is to get away from the guards so that Ziggy's sacrifice is not in vain,
Mhm.
but also meeting up with the rest of the team so I can tell them about his yeah.
Yeah, I think that in that case, hightailing it up the escalator, which
Okay.
is stopped for the night, so you have to use it as stairs.
Gross.
Yeah, I know. But why
Gross.
would they run it at night, right?
I
Um,
mean,
you can use your wings a little bit to give you a
okay.
little bit of a lift along the way. Um, you are able to make it onto the second floor, and with your swipe card, you will be able to find a different door than Astrid has already gone through,
Okay.
but you will be able to get into the administrative section with that swipe card.
Kind of like
You've,
opposite end
you've
of the
got the
hallway
key. You're good.
situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
So that is fine. I think that we're going to leave Zig entangled with these night guards who are now incredibly suspicious and frustrated with this situation. You aren't sure whether or not they've had a chance to call for backup yet. You don't
Oh,
know
good.
what's going on. So if it's all right with you, we will pause there and go back up to our curator's office, where we have not found the curator, but we have found the curator's assistant currently rudely
Disgruntled. Disgruntled.
dripping in lukewarm coffee. Um, and as he stands up, you see a man with kind of like shaggy blonde hair. It's a little bit sleep tousled, a little bit unkempt, as is the rest of his clothing. Before the coffee was spilled on it, it was just that little bit rumpled. But you can see that underneath the wrinkles and the coffee, this is actually a very fastidiously put together outfit. Um, and he's just kind of looking down at it himself and just like kind of trying to brush the coffee away very ineffectively, trying to brush liquid coffee off of a suit. Not going to be particularly successful with one's hands. Um, Flacco, do you want to tell me, was there cream and sugar in the coffee,
Oh
or
yeah,
was
absolutely. Like one of them was specifically like I got Mr. Beaver's order right to a T. Like I figured out what he got from the local Tim Hortons every single morning. I
well, that
figured
would
out
be
what
a
his
double
coffee order
double.
was.
Or
Yeah,
no,
absolutely
make
a
it
double
worse. It's a
double.
triple triple.
Oh yeah, triple triple. Just absolutely loaded up with sugar and cream. Like maybe there's like a little bit of like maple syrup in there or something a little special for him. But he's just
Perfect.
like covered in cream and sugar and coffee. It's gross.
It is gross. And he is fuming, and is going to raise his voice a little bit as he confronts you and says, "What are you doing here?"
What am I doing here? What are you doing here? I was supposed to have a meeting with Mr. Beaver about 30 minutes ago. Where is he?
There is no way that you were supposed to have a meeting with Mr. Beaver. I am his assistant, and he had no meetings scheduled all day in preparation for the special event tonight.
We should have had a special phone call this morning from London. I just flew in. I'm from the British Museum. I've had a very long flight. Obviously, I'm sorry if I'm maybe a few minutes late because, international travel and whatnot. Customs was a nightmare. But he received a phone call this morning that he was supposed to meet me tonight about the world's oldest hockey stick and us loaning it for an exhibit.
Well, Mr. Beaver is not here at the moment. I have no record of this appointment or this phone call, so I think that I should call security to escort you out of here. What would you like to do to try and convince this man not to call security on you?
I was kind of hoping to just pull the card of, wow, the assistant must really just not have all of his stuff together. Clearly, I mean, you must just not have all of your information together. I mean, not only do you not have any do you not have any information about our specific meeting that we were supposed to have here tonight, and not only is Mr. Beaver not here because of your incompetence, you even fell asleep on the job. Perhaps I should call him myself and see if I can figure this out without you.
I think that you are going to have to roll a feathers for that to try and
Absolutely.
charm this incredibly disgruntled man.
At least you can succeed.
I can succeed. Yeah. Theoretically. Theoretically,
no, you
I can.
You have a dice that has that number on it.
Yep. Okay, here I go.
You have also
Yes.
advantage. You have advantage. So
I don't need it. I got a 6.
Okay, perfect. So I think that you have managed to bypass the assistant's rigidity a little bit. I mean, you've just put him in a truly ridiculous situation where it's still dark except for this sleeping PC monitor and his very bright cell phone flashlight. But I think that you have managed to bypass that part of his adversity towards you. And yeah, you have calmed him down a little bit. He is going to turn on the lights in the room.
oh no. I mean, good, but oh no.
You're fine. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you're in an office. There's no windows out of this room to anywhere else. So it's not like anyone else will know that the light is on unless they are kind of passing by in the hallway and see light coming from underneath the door. And it just means that you can see better.
Yeah. You said there was another door in this room. Like this was the hallway, then the office, and then another door, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think while Flacco is talking this man down, Astrid is trying to get in through that other door, or at least open it.
So
If that's
from
possible.
from inside the office, you
Yeah.
want to open the door that goes out into the exhibit with the
The
hockey
oth-
stick.
The other side, yeah.
Yeah, because you came in through
the hallway.
Yeah. So you're
Yeah.
opening the exhibit door? Okay.
The exhibit door. Just
Sure.
so like we can get places.
Sure. Great. So Flacco, you can be kind of leaning over his shoulder as he's at the desk now. He's taken out a day planner and is kind of meticulously and fastidiously going through that. But yeah, let's see what Astrid does with opening up this door.
I can't believe he didn't know about our meeting. What kind of assistant? Like, I'm just kind of negging him the whole time.
That's good. That's a 2.
That's a 2. Absolutely. So you can remember where this is supposed to open out to. And luckily, as you try the door, it's not locked from this side.
Oh, great.
Because why would it be?
Why would it be?
Why would it be? But you are able to carefully crack the door open and you get your first glimpse of the buffet. And
Astrid
it is
just has
there.
like cartoon hard eyes.
Yeah, it is there. You can almost smell the sugary coating on some of those cereals. You don't think a regular human nose would pick it up, but as a bird attuned to the smell of sweet, sweet cereal, you know
It's
that
there.
that's where you want to be and that
Heck
you need to
yeah.
get out of this space to be able to figure out where and how to get that cereal out. Let's swing the spotlight back to Dardar, who has made it upstairs, but is still looking to connect with Astrid and Flacco. Where would you like to be, and what are you doing?
So I know we had a rendezvous at the curator's office.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be the goal. But definitely now that we're in a area where there are going to be other people, like the girls' guides, their leaders and stuff, definitely trying to be a little less running away from guards and a little more, yeah, I'm just finishing my job, couple of little more events, exhibits to, clean up type deal, and looking for Flacco and Astrid.
Yeah, wonderful. I think that as you are making your way through the second floor, before you're able to get to an area where you can use the swipe card that you've stolen, you do, in fact, run into a girl. She's got olive skin, brown hair, and she's definitely out of bed. She is not supposed to be here now. She looks at you curiously, and you're not sure, but you think that being a curious girl, she might have an inkling as to your true nature. What would you like to do faced with this little girl out of bed?
Well, aren't you just a little night owl? What you doing up?
I'm exploring. What are you doing up?
My job.
What's your
Gotta clean a couple of glasses and make sure that all the pieces are in their place, and then I can go home to my wife and my daughter,
what's your daughter's name?
Olivia,
How old is she?
7.
Is she a girl guide?
No.
Why isn't she a girl guide?
We haven't found any girl guide groups that Olivia's really liked. Maybe she'd like your girl guide group. I bet if you went back to your group, you could tell me about them later.
What do you mean Olivia doesn't like me?
Oh, I didn't say Olivia didn't like you. She just hasn't tried your girl guide group yet.
I think that you are going to have to roll a feathers.
This child, oh my gosh.
No. Okay. Here we go. I'm trying a different D6. Hold on.
Get a better one.
I'm getting a better D6. Hold on. Here we go. Let's try this guy. He's definitely never failed me before.
Oh
That's
no.
a 1.
Okay. You already have one gadget in play, but you
Ditto.
could pull out a second gadget in this case.
Yeah, I have a wallet shoved in one of my mini coverall pockets. It's a wallet I found on the street because God forbid I return anything to anyone. And this wallet is that of a, blue collar worker man who keeps a picture of his family in his wallet. So I just flash a little picture of the totally 7-year-old daughter named Olivia that I have.
Perfect. So you've sated this girl's curiosity a little bit. I will say for the viewers, if you add a complication to this particular young lady, it's going to be so much fun for our birds.
Oh no.
So much fun.
That's very
Um,
ominous. I don't like that.
I don't
at
like
all.
that.
What do you
Mm-mm.
mean you don't like that?
I mean,
Just-
yes, but no.
She's just a curious girl. And you don't know her name. You don't know what else she could have up her sleeve, but she is still out of bed. And so you will have to find another way to kind of send her back towards where she's supposed to be, or at least get her out of this space where you currently need to be doing something that is not interacting with a child.
Child, yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say your name was again?
Katniss.
Well, hi,
Uh-oh.
Katniss. What's your leader's name?
Which one? We have lots of them here with us this
We have-
weekend.
But don't you have one for your particular group? Who brought you?
Well, we came with Katie Siegel.
Katie Siegel. Okay. Do you think you could show me where Katie Siegel is? I've got some cleaning to do, so I just want to talk to her about making sure we keep the area cleaned out, and then you guys can explore it after I'm done.
But then she would know that I was out of bed.
I won't tell her you were out of bed. I just need to. We'll let you go off. You can go to your sleeping bag, and then you just point me in the right direction beforehand, and I'll just let her know I'm about to wax the floors. That way, y'all don't slip and fall and hurt yourselves. In case somebody does get up, and that way you don't go through the bathroom that way. It's trying.
You are trying really hard. And this little girl narrows her eyes, pulls out a slingshot from her back pocket somewhere.
Child, why?
Why, child?
Why is the kid armed?
Right? I
Why
need to have a
not?
talk with Katie Siegel about checking her children before letting them wander around the museum. This is going to shatter glass.
And Katniss happens to have perfect aim
Of course.
as she takes out this slingshot and is kind of done with this conversation right now.
Yeah, me
So
too.
I think that you are going to have to make a wings save.
I can pass these. Here we go. Where's my other D6? A different
You
D6
should
than
just
the
have
last two
a mountain.
D6s.
Urvy, you just need a mountain of D6s and just pick a new one every time.
I might have to go. I have a box mountain of D6s. I might have to go grab them. I only grabbed it. That was a 3.
You
Okay.
Found a good one.
Barely.
You
Just
manage
barely.
you manage to dodge this particular projectile. However, it's noisy enough
Oh no.
that you do hear a pair of adult footsteps coming down the hall to join you.
Good. They can come take Katniss back to bed.
I mean, you can hope.
I'm hoping.
Cross your
Um,
feathers.
Yeah,
mhm.
cross my fingers. Got the tail feathers.
Ooh, okay. So we have a complication to this scene, which we've just added. But there's also a donation of a cool, we believe, which is going to be an auto success. Because it happened in this scene, I think I'm going to assign that one to Dardar unless there's someone else who thinks they might need that auto success in the future and wants to store it up.
Give
Or,
it to Dardar.
okay.
Hard deserves it.
Dardar's having a time.
Dardar's
Yeah.
trying so hard.
Unless Just clarifies otherwise, then yes, we're going to give you an auto success on one of these complications.
God bless.
Okay.
Bird bless.
So,
Bird bless.
Bird bless. Nest bless.
yes, all of the things. I will remind you all that you can also call on the nest on your turn. All it does is add a heat to you, but it gets you out of the current situation. Just adds one little heat. That's all.
Just one.
Just one.
Just one.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. So let's finish off with Dardar in this moment. So coming up behind you is a woman. She's a little bit on the shorter side, but for some reason wearing those platform sneakers that
Yeah.
are a little bit cool, a little bit popular, but like kind of a few years out of date.
Mhm.
Yeah. So she's trying real hard, but they are,
Same.
yeah, they are runners because she's a little bit of a no-nonsense woman.
Same.
And you can see her striding along the hall towards you and Katniss. And she seems to be a little bit worked up in this moment. And before even addressing the child who's out of bed, turns on you to be like, "Who are you? And what are you doing here?"
I address my very well thought out disguise here. I just work here. This is my job. That's why I'm here. I was getting ready to clean some exhibits when I found a child who I believe is supposed to be under supervision walking through an area I was about to wax. That could have been very dangerous, ma'am.
Let's roll a feathers to try and convince her.
Okay, you got this. That's a 4.
That is a 4, which is
That doesn't succeed on the feathers.
No.
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 So sad.
You can use your cool now to auto succeed, or you can take the failure and do a heat test.
Just gonna take that auto success.
Okay.
Not even gonna.
Perfect.
I need to feel good about myself for a second. Hold on.
We're an
Perfect.
hour in and you're already having a time.
So, tell me a little bit how you use either your innate suaveness as a bird or some other aspect of the situation to just smooth out over a little bit more, maybe try to empathize with this woman a little bit and her
Yeah.
tough role here.
Tough role. Yeah, no, I definitely pull my picture back out of my definitely daughter Olivia. And I'm like, I get it. Kids can be a little much sometimes. That's why I was very shocked to find I learned her name is Katniss. Here, walking around. I was gonna try and take her back as soon as, but then you came around and it was just yeah.
Well, the girls aren't supposed to be out of bed, but I mean, as a parent, you can understand that we don't want any harm to come to them. And
Absolutely
while
not,
the
no.
museum is a relatively safe space, especially since we're the only ones here, I appreciate you looking
I
out.
appreciate you.
And I think you will have advantage on your last attempt to kind of try and exit this scene. It is going to be another feathers roll if you're trying to kind of socially exit. If you decide that you are just going to try and buckle down and pretend to do your work,
Yeah.
then we can make that a wings roll for you instead.
Let's go for a wings roll. We're gonna do a little like nod of the baseball cap, which is really just bringing it down lower so nobody can see the beak or the beady red eyes anymore. And then yeah, just get out a broom and start sweeping up this broken glass. Actually doing my job. That's not my job. I have advantage, thank God. That was 2 ones.
I mean, the good news is you still have a gadget slot left. This would be your last gadgets
That's
slot
true.
for the game. So what are you going to pull out of your janitor's kit to just really sell this?
I pull out of the janitor's kit the waxer I have been talking about this entire time. It's there on the little cart. We're just getting it out. We'll get out I guess there's a caution sign that would probably come with it too. That way it's just like, yeah, no, I'm unloading all this. I don't know what any of it does, but we're unloading it.
Perfect. And so we will pan away from that moment. I think back down to Zig, who is still entangled with our night guards for the museum. Zig, how is it going with these folks who at this point have not fully restrained you, but kind of bodily moved you out of the foyer area and into a space that is a little bit more private and kind of dedicated to the security?
So there's kind of like a waiting area. Is that what we're talking about?
I
Or
think it's like an office area that's cubicles rather than being an enclosed office.
okay, okay, cool. So they're bringing me along, and I'm just kind of going with it for a little bit. But at some point, I'm gonna try and make a beak for it. And I think his strategy is he's going to try and find that opportune moment when either one of them coughs or has just a slight distraction. He's just going to do like a full on like snow angel kind of move and try to fall out of their grasp and see if he can book it to the nearest exit that way.
Okay. That to me sounds like a wings test because it's
Oh,
a
okay.
physical action that's not combat necessarily. You're just trying to make yourself a little bit slippery for them. So
Yep.
let's roll wings and see how
All
that
right.
goes.
I'm going to use my advantage I had earlier for this, if that's
Okay.
all right.
Yeah.
That's a 1 and a 6. So that probably isn't great.
Um, again, a 6, not a success on a wings. Um, but the 1 you could theoretically turn into a gadget if you would like to.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what kind of gadget I've got. You know what? I think he just picked up something that looked pretty, but it was one of those annoying kids toys. Maybe one of the pack kids left it, and he just happened to pick it up, and it just when it hits the floor, it just makes all kinds of a noise, and it's just like a wooga bidding 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 badong, and that helps him to distract the guards further to hopefully escape their grasp.
Yeah, I think that that is enough for you to overcome uh, the guards in this moment. Again, they still have some edges left, so they're not completely out of the scene yet. But you can definitely make another wings roll to try and just exit physically from this space with them.
Man, whew, I need a good roll. Eh. Oh, that is a 5. Okay, so that works on wings, right?
That works on wings.
Okay.
Okay. So you are able to kind of, shy away out of here. You do not have a key or a swipe card or anything like that. So you are kind of going to be confined to the regular public areas of the museum.
Okay.
So where would
Um
you like to make your way to?
for sure. Can you give me a short list of maybe my options? Let's see here.
Yeah, I mean, you're on the first floor, so
Okay.
you're probably coming back into the foyer ticket area. You can try and hide in either the gift shop or the coffee shop, or you can make your way upstairs to the second floor, kind of very quickly covering that distance and getting up to the
I
public areas of the second floor at least.
I think booking it towards the second floor sounds like a good plan. I need to meet up with my fellow bird fiends here to try and pull this caper off. He's already pulling way too much heat down on himself from the guards, so try and reconnect.
Wonderful. So as you make your way up that unmoving escalator of stairs, again, you can use your wings to help you out a little bit with that. You just kind of catch the tail end of a woman escorting a girl back into the natural history exhibit, kind of as you get to the top of the stairs slash escalator, and down the hallway you can see that Dardar is surrounded by way too much janitorial equipment for any task, any single task that they could be wanting to do in this moment. But you definitely have that option to reconnect, and you know that Dardar has the swipe card that you need.
Yeah. And I mean, it looks like they're trying to do a big job here, and maybe I can just blend in with the mop and the bucket, and we can clean this mess up together. So he will stroll very nonchalantly over. Hey, looks like you need a little hand there. You doing all right?
Oh, you made it!
I did.
I didn't think
Was-
we were gonna see you again.
Oh no, I mean, I'm here. I'm good.
You
Not
didn't
my
squawk,
first-
did you?
No squawking, no squawking. I mean, not a lot of people can pull that kind of action off, but this pelican.
Ooh.
That was smooth.
That was
And speaking of smooth, Dardar and Zig, you are able to use that swipe card. Are you going to pack up your cart and bring it with you into the employees only area, or are you going to kind of leave it there as a visual barrier against people trying to pass that point?
I'd probably leave the signage,
Mhm.
but take the equipment with me. Mostly just because I want to make sure if I need to barrel someone in with this janitor's card, I have it.
Okay, sounds good. The two of you are able to make it through the door at the end of the hallway. You are now in a more dimly lit hallway, but away from the immediate discovery by other girl guides, guide leaders, or anything like that. If you make your way down the hall, you will see that there aren't very many doors back here, but there are a few. And only one of them has light shining out from that crack underneath the door.
Yeah, let's head to the light. Because that's always the smart thing to do.
Absolutely. All right, I can see that Flacco knows about advantage being given. Perfect. There is a condition to the advantage, and I believe that we're going to have to wait for a thumbs up, Sam, for you to use that advantage.
I'll
But
come up with the time to use that bird pun. Thank you,
Yeah.
Josh.
there you go. Perfect. So you're heading towards the light inside this room. Astrid, you've got your eyes on the cereal. Flacco, you've got your eyes on the curator's assistant, who you can see as you are kind of leaning over the assistant's shoulder that their name is Nolan Tooth. And so you're trying to be helpful in pointing out a completely non-existent meeting appointment and just trying to get like your hands in the way of what he's trying to read. But this is where the two of you are. He still has one edge left to him, so you would need to come up with one more success against his fussiness to be able to take him out of the scene, unless someone adds a complication. What would you like to do?
Ooh, do we have some sort of idea? So what's he doing like right now? He's kind of like fussing over all the things on the desk, like moving stuff around, meeting
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yes, and he's trying to desperately find your contact information or the contact information you've told him that he should have, as well as where this meeting could have gone to. And like he has papers out. He's actually making more of a mess on the desk than anything else at this moment.
I think with like a little bit of like slight distraction, I want to kind of squeeze in. I I want to see if I can just kind of slide in a maybe just like a hastily written like sticky note next to one of like my business cards and just kind of slide it there on the desk so he just happens to like find it and he's going through a bunch of papers and the sticky note just says meeting 8 p.m. today's date, hockey stick, just something very quickly scrawled to see like, oh, he wrote something down at some point, but he must have forgotten to put it in the big calendar.
Sure.
Yeah,
That sounds
those overly complicated big calendars.
That giant big calendar. Yeah.
yeah,
He forgot to put it in the G cal, but he wrote it down.
absolutely. So if you are trying to forge something, then we are going to um, we are going to try to actually give you advantage with your forgery and fraud. So you
Okay.
don't have to use your advantage from Bella. You do not have to come up with your pun yet.
Not yet.
And
Working on
this
it.
$20 boost, I believe, is a cool. So you would have an auto success at some point.
All right. Which one am I rolling?
You are rolling. I would say that this is stealth because you're trying to do it without him noticing.
Mhm.
So that would be feathers.
Okay. I'm good at those.
You should be good at those.
You should be good at those.
Okay, I got a 10 on the D10 and a 6. So I got 1 success.
With advantage, that's fine. You only need to have 1 success. And so you are able to write that post-it note, stick it down there, and point to it as proof positive that you are supposed to be here right now. And in that moment, I think that you have calmed Nolan Tooth down enough that he is willing to let you stay here in this office. What Zig and Dardar see as they are kind of coming down the hallway is this door that had the light coming out from under it opens, a man exits, the door shuts. And so inside the office, all is finally quiet for a moment, a little bit messier than where you started. And the man continues down the hallway away from Dardar and Zig. So you will be able to make it to that door if you would like. I think that you do know enough from the pre-planning of this to know that that would be the curator's office.
Hmm.
And so that is hopefully where your friends are waiting for you.
Good. Excellent.
Okay, Flacco. Thank goodness.
That's close. Okay.
I got the door open. It wasn't locked on this side. The door leads to the exhibit where the big cereal is. But we need to wait for the others.
Yeah. Good plan. Good plan.
Hopefully they're here soon.
I feel like that's when the others would open the door.
Absolutely. So the
Just-
4 of you are inside Justin Beaver's office with a whole mess of papers and what seems to be unfettered access to the cereal buffet.
You made it.
Yeah.
Hi.
Score.
Hello, friends.
Does anyone want to take a better look around the office? Or are we just continuing through?
I mean, we
Um,
do have unfeathered access in the office here.
Unfeathered access.
Unfeathered access. I think we should have a look. Maybe there's some info in here that we can use to get out quick. Because I got the door. Flacco already knows this, but Dardar and Zig, I got the door open. on the other side of the office, whichever direction that is. The exhibit with the cereal buffet is right there, but we probably can't come back out this way.
I show off the swipe card.
You got a swipe card. Excellent.
Yep, got a swipe card. No problems.
I
All
almost
right.
believe you.
Beautiful. So if you are just going to kind of continue through into the space,
From what I understand, we see the buffet, but we still need a way to get the buffet out of the museum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And theoretically, we could use the big hockey net and the big hockey stick for that.
theoretically, that is the best way to maximize the cereal haul.
Okay.
And in theory, I would still have maybe access to the delivery van that I drove to get here.
In theory.
In theory.
You have not been back to the loading dock to check on the status of said van.
He's just throwing that out there.
Okay.
Maybe.
We'll see.
I've got a card.
So, do you want to enter into this space without doing anything else in the office?
No,
do I
no.
know if there's like maybe the curator has like a master ring of like keys or something to unlock the exhibits so that we can get at the hockey stick and the net?
Oh yeah, the cases.
Mm-hmm. I think that anyone who wants to take a look around can give me a brains roll.
I'm gonna have a look.
I'm also gonna have a look. I want to look though and see if there's any notes specifically about like lasers or alarm systems that trigger that type of.
Cameras.
That was my thought too. Is there a way to turn some of that stuff off?
Hey, you succeeded. I also got a success.
Okay, perfect. So what I will say is Dardar, absolutely. You can see that there is an alarm kind of panel sitting beside the computer that appears to be armed at the moment. And then Astrid, what were you looking for?
I was looking for cameras.
Cameras. You don't see any cameras in here, but through that just sliver of door that you have managed to crack open, you can definitely see that there are cameras in the exhibit space. And you can see that there is a tiny little monitor. It's kind of like a tablet setup, also beside the computer that would let you presumably see into the exhibit. You hadn't really been looking at it before, but tablet connected to cameras.
Yeah.
And it seems as though those particular cameras are only being monitored from this space.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was anyone else looking for things in the office?
I think if everybody else is looking, I'll look, but I don't know what I'm looking for.
Okay. I mean, just roll, and if you roll a 2 or 3, you find something. A 2? So good.
Ooh.
I think that Zig, your MO is all about the trash can. So you find a crumpled up note in the trash can with a 6-digit code on it. You're not sure what the code goes to, but you have a 6-digit code.
Hey guys,
Could be something.
That is
interesting.
something.
That's good. We might need it.
Flacco, were you going to look, or do you feel like you've exhausted the possibilities in this office?
I think we probably exhausted the possibilities in the office.
Perfect. What would you like to try and use the code on?
I'm assuming that there's a code to. We're already in like the room with all the museum exhibits and everything. I'm assuming the code is to like open up one of the little glass display boxes for one of the museum items.
That is an interesting supposition for sure. Is there anything else that folks would like to do to try and disable either the cameras or the alarm system before you go in?
No, definitely want to turn off the alarms. Dardar's not necessarily the smart type to have thought about this, but like maybe he accidentally bumped the mouse on the computer to
Mhm.
see whether or not it accidentally, because we're looking for the alarm. That's more important. But that show like password block, whether or not it's numbers or a word or how to get into the computer, because
Ooh,
I know
for
it's
the
asleep.
for the computer?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That can be a thing. You're gonna have to roll a brains to see if you can figure out what type of password the computer needs.
Okay.
Can I help?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Brains here, meaning I am literally going to type in a couple of numbers and a couple of letters because we're so smart. Helping means advantage, right?
Yes, it does.
That's 2 5s.
No.
Which would be great if you were rolling literally
Any other
anything
game.
Anything else?
Yeah.
except
Uh-huh.
brains. But I
Yeah.
think that Dardar is a little bit bird-brained in this case. And
Yeah.
I mean, computers,
He's
that's
good at
not
other
your deal.
things.
Yeah. So
Hop
you
over. Let me have a go.
you try a couple of times. And
Hunt and peck.
I think that
Keep pecking away at it.
Yep, just-
I think that you aren't able to succeed. You also already have some heat, so I think you're going to need
Yeah.
to roll a heat test to see
Uh-huh.
how badly things go for you.
Oh no, I'm gonna lock us out of the computer. I'm so sorry.
Do it. Do it. Make it bad.
That's a 4?
That is a 4, which is higher than your current heat value, correct?
Cool. Yes.
So you aren't locked out yet, but you think that there's only one try remaining, and your heat is going to increase by 1.
Okay.
All right.
I do inform Astrid before you start tippy tapping typing that
That's
things
okay.
could go.
Hey, who had the numbers?
Yeah, right here.
Can
Just
I
move
try?
them out in front of you.
I'd like to try putting the numbers into the computer.
Absolutely. Roll brains with advantage.
Okay. Two 4s.
um,
Which no.
no, because I don't know that your cover can explain
No.
how
No.
you would get into the computer. So you are currently locked out of the computer. You still have a tablet
I do still have a tablet.
that has not had any attempts to unlock it.
Does my
And
heat go up?
yes, your heat does go up. Your heat was previously just at 1.
Yep.
Roll just in case you get a 1.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so your heat just goes up, so you are at 2 heat, and yeah, you
Okay.
all
So the
have
computers.
access in, but you can tell that there are cameras connected to this room and some kind of alarm that you aren't quite sure what it's going to do.
So the computer's locked out, but the tablet. I mean, we could just try the tablet too.
You can try the tablet too.
Or we can just run into the exhibit.
That's true. We could just wing it.
We could just wing it.
Which would you like to try?
I mean, one try. I think one try on the tablet, and then if that
Yeah.
doesn't work, then we just go flying in there.
Perfect. Who wants to try that? It is another brains roll with advantage because you have a code that you could try.
I feel like that's the pro.
That's me.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
You're the brains of the operation.
I sure try to be.
Get hacking. Keep pecking away at it.
Nope. It's double
Nope.
ones.
With double ones, you could technically have a gadget.
Could technically have a gadget. I can't think of one that would work with Astrid pecking away on a tablet.
Do you perhaps have one of those little code breaker kind of like dongle things
Oh yeah. I think, yeah, maybe.
as
think-
the pro?
Yeah,
I think they call them a flipper or a flapper or something.
something or other. Yeah, she pulls it out like from the back of her neck. She's been hiding all sorts of things in her feathers, and very carefully pulls the charging cable out of this tablet and puts the dongle in, and then it does its magic.
It does its magic. You are into the tablet. You actually see two very easy toggles and very obvious toggles. This tablet is only used to surveil the hockey stick. And so it has toggles for cameras on and off, and it has toggles for alarm system on and off. Both are currently set to on.
Turn them all off. And then I'm like, okay, hey, Muscles,
Yo.
can you fix this so it doesn't work anymore?
You just want me to smash it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I can arrange some smashing.
Great.
So,
I don't think you have to roll to smash. I think you can just smash and describe what happens to the
Smash.
tablet.
That's some foul play there.
Do you want to break off a little bit of narrative description about what happens?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we'll pick up the old trash can that I found that thing in and put the tablet underneath and give it some wax as the bits and pieces fly off of it. And struggling here.
That's okay. That can be enough. I mean, the screen of the tablet is shattered. The back casing has kind of popped off a little bit. And you are pretty sure that no one is going to be able to reactivate the alarms or the cameras, at least from this particular device. It seems as though the way is clear for you to open the door into the exhibit. Who would like to
That-
open the door?
All right, clear skies from here on out. Let's crack it open.
I was gonna say if nobody wants to, my thing is kind of breaking and entering. I'm totally fine to enter
By
Let's
all
go.
means.
the unlocked door.
Oh, the unlocked door.
Perfect. So just before we go to our break, I would like everyone to roll brains one more time for me.
Oh, dear.
It's
Oh,
a 2 or a 3. You all have 2s and 3s on your dice.
I'm good.
Yeah, I
Okay.
haven't
That's
seen
true.
them very often though, is the problem.
Me neither. I got a 9.
That's a 1.
I got a 3.
Okay.
A big fat 6 over here.
Okay.
Is it just me?
So Astrid is the only one as the door opens. For just a moment, you see a glint of yellow peering out of the darkness of this hockey exhibit. And we'll find out what that means for our burglaring birds after a little bit of break. So we are going to take just a few minutes for a bio break, a refresh, and then we will be back. You can keep on donating during the break if you want to cause more chaos during our second half, or you can check out those auction items at andreasadventurers.ca.
Yes, keep donating, keep bidding on things. Let's go.
Please, we need more successes because clearly we can't do it.
Yeah, clearly our dice are cursed.
I'm gonna go grab new dice.
Thanks, Andrea.
Are we the Murder Birds? Do we have a party name now?
Well, we'll reiterate that, like, please don't do crime in real life. Please keep your crime confined to being birds at your gaming tables. But it is a very fun game, and I hope that everyone is enjoying. So we have a little bit of heat for all of our crew members here. They're feeling a little bit of stress. Things are warming up. We still have some advantages to give out, so I don't think Astrid has used advantage yet. Flacco has one and a maybe one because I don't know that you've met the criteria of a bird pun yet to earn your second
I've made
one.
I've made a couple, but we'll bank it. We'll save it for later.
Yeah. So you've got 2 advantages technically. And I believe that you also have a cool that's sitting there waiting for you at some point. So help these birds succeed, even though they have gotten to the room where the cereal is. You know, they could use a little bit of help. Or if you want to continue making their lives very complicated, you can keep on donating to add some complications to each scene or each encounter that they have. So,
Give us problems. It's fun.
y'all have turned off the alarm system. You've turned off the camera system. You have free kind of passage between the curator's office, which at the moment is empty. The door to the hallway is closed but unlocked in this moment. And the exhibit is before you. Just before we broke, Astrid is the only one who, in the darkness of this hockey exhibit, just caught just a little glint of yellow, kind of higher up near the ceiling. So, what would you like to do?
Can I ask for clarification on what kind of yellow? Yellow fabric, yellow eyes, yellow feathers, yellow fur?
I think that you would be quite comfortable saying that they were probably yellow eyes.
Cool, great. Something's watching us.
Something, someone.
It's a thing right now. Don't know what it is yet.
Eyes in the dark.
Great.
And you were the only one who has seen this in this moment.
Cool.
So, as we get back into it, what would each of you like to do as you enter into this hockey exhibit? The cereal buffet is in all its glory, 100 different types of cereals, kind of just waiting. It does have like a transparent drop cloth over it right now, so it's not just like free for all cereal in this moment. And just inside the door that you will be entering from, and to your right is this hockey net, which would help you to scoop as much cereal as you possibly can, with the world's oldest hockey stick, kind of in this like weird plexiglass enclosure, but like strapped to the net, almost as if it was sitting on top of the net. It's a bizarre setup, but you do know that the curator, Justin Beaver, is very particular and so must have had a reason for doing this.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who's the first one through the door?
All right.
I think maybe
Other
the
one.
muscle makes the sense to maybe barge in or not barge in noisily, but maybe sneak out the door, make sure there's no unwanted attention immediate.
Sure, as you slide a foot through that door, no alarms go off. Everything seems to be perfectly still and normal.
Hey guys, I think it looks all right. Looks all right.
Wait, I spotted something.
What?
And it's up above, like in the rafters.
Up above, yeah, kind of above where the panels for this area of the display would come. So, museum displays usually have like kind of interior dividing walls, kind
Mhm.
of splitting up the spaces. This is on top of one of those dividing walls, but below the full ceiling height. So there's a little bit of space there.
Yeah.
And
There's a pair of eyes up there. They're yellow. Are they still there?
you only caught them for a moment. And at this particular juncture, as everyone looks up, you don't see yellow eyes there anymore.
Great.
Yeah, anyone who is willing to step into the room. So Zig is already there, but anyone else who wants to kind of step into the room to get a better look can roll brains again.
All right.
New dice.
Not
I got a
roll.
whole new set. Here we go.
That's a whole box of dice.
It's a
there.
whole box of
box.
dice. Something's got to give.
Oh no!
Is it a 4?
No, but it's a 6.
Okay.
Same.
Is there
So-
a way that your cover as a janitor can help you in this moment to see better or perceive better in this space?
I almost opposite in a way. I want to kind of like I've been lowering my baseball cap this entire time as people have been coming and talking to me because yeah. So just we're gonna raise the cap up. Full eyesight now going and looking around.
Perfect. However, I mean, I guess crows see okay in the dark, but I think it's more a sensation of pressure that you feel that as you step into this room, there's someone else very close to you, disturbingly close to you.
Hate that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is anyone else stepping into the room?
I'll go in. I want to kind of scope it out. Yeah.
Okay. Roll a brains and let's see what you can perceive.
Ooh, this is gonna be bad. Oh, I got a 2. Nice.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
So as Astrid kind of points out the space where she saw yellow eyes for just a moment when the door opened, you don't see anything there, but as your gaze drops back down to the cereal buffet, there's just a little bit of movement, a little bit of like a few flakes of cereal tumble off of a bowl underneath this drop cloth still, but like something made it move.
I don't like this.
I wanna can I like take the edge of the drop cloth and just like very dramatically lift the whole thing up?
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah.
I think in this case, you can roll brains with advantage.
Okay. I got 2
Remember,
1s.
2 ones.
I think I have a cool banked.
You do have a cool banked.
Okay, I'm just gonna use that.
Okay. So in this moment, I think that removing that plastic sheeting from over top, as much as it was kind of protecting the cereal a little bit, and it's transparent, but it still obscures your vision. Um, you can see something that is distinctly not cereal in this buffet. Absolutely. And let's get Zig, I think, is the first one through the door. I don't believe that you've rolled brains yet.
I
Just to
did, and it was horrible. But I will gladly roll again if you want me to.
what was your horrible roll? Did we
It's a
narrate the
6.
outcome of it?
I don't believe so.
Hmm.
I think he was looking around for trouble. His main concern was physical trouble. But I did roll a 6, so
Absolutely. What is your heat currently at?
just one actually.
Just one? Great.
Yeah.
Roll a heat test and let's see what
Okay.
happens.
Am I adding a heat then?
Roll your heat test first.
Okay. And how do is that a D8 still?
Yep, still your D8.
Okay.
If you roll a 1, something very cool will happen. Are you serious?
As you said. Yeah.
Okay.
You want I
So,
can
so this becomes somehow your failure becomes a success and you have what's called a big con. So in this moment, you can either call back to a previous job that you've done and a way in which you have somehow, despite all the odds, succeeded in situational awareness, or you can coin a brand new name for this con here and now. You can tell us, describe a little bit what it looks like for you to succeed in finding a hidden person in this space with you. And you're also going to get to take a first strike against them.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's somebody else here, and I all of a sudden realize that they're there. Is that what's
Yes.
happening here?
Yes, you
Okay.
both realize that they're there, as well as manage to preemptively try and get a hit in on them.
Sure. Well, I think it makes a lot of sense for my character to have spent some time training in some mixed martial arts. And so as an MMA pelican, there was a power outage one time when he was at the gym training, and it lasted like extraordinarily long, but we didn't want to stop fighting. And so that experience kind of gave him a little bit of extrasensory sense of how to deal with darkness, and maybe the brush of the wind against his feathers gives him a little clue that there is another person in the room.
Perfect. You strike out at them. And what do you call this particular maneuver?
This is gonna be let's just call it the big old wing slap, and we'll go for that. Am I rolling a dice?
Yeah, you can roll talons with advantage on that, but any muscle worth their salt in this entire world knows what the big old wing slap was and that it was coined by Zigazooga Cloudburst. So roll your
That's a
talons with advantage.
4, and then can't read it. I'm just gonna re-roll that dice. Those numbers are weird. 4 and a
That's okay.
6.
Perfect. Those both happen to be successes. Talons is between 4 and 7. And so you managed to preemptively get in a strike on a blue jay that was lurking in the shadows. And as you hit them, they are strangely silent for a jay. You don't hear any squawk or any noise escape their beak. You also know that this is strange. You normally only ever deal with humans on these jobs, and this is most definitely a bird.
Gotcha.
I think
So
that
yeah,
everyone's now aware that there is at least one other bird in this space with you. Astrid is still kind of on that threshold between the office and the exhibit. Flacco, you're in it, and your attention is focused on the buffet. And Dardar, this Jay is probably the presence that you felt.
Okay.
So
That's reassuring then to know it's a bird and not a cat, because yellow eyes had me freaking out about a cat.
Yeah.
Well,
don't
So
feel too
Ooh.
easy about this.
okay,
I'm just gonna
well,
say.
Dardar's dumb. So Dardar Dardar sees another corvid
Yeah,
and is like, "Oh, we're familial. Like, you trace back
Traitor.
far enough." And yeah. No, but really, that could have been a catastrophe. And we're going to ask this silly little blue jay what they're doing here, despite the fact that they have showed no inkling of vocal maneuvers.
sure. You can definitely try and engage with them. That is likely going to be a feathers, unless you can convince me otherwise.
I'll take it. A
Okay.
feathers is doable.
Yeah, you got to roll a 5 or 6.
We can do that.
Yeah,
This totally different die that I'm picking up now.
33% chance.
That just rolled off to the ether.
Sure.
That's a 4.
That's a 4. Great. Roll your heat test.
That's a 2.
Is
And I have
that
2.
your heat exactly?
Yeah.
Amazing. You also get to pull off a big con. And when you complete your big con, your heat goes back to 0. I should have mentioned for
Oh.
Zig. So
Heat.
yeah, your heat gets to reset in this
Neat.
moment.
Oh.
So tell us what either from your past or in this present moment you are going to coin as your particular move that helps you in this space. Communicate with a non-communicative person.
Yeah. So as a corvid, we have something called CFL. It's the Corvid feather language.
Hmm.
So it's our version of signing, but it's just a lot of like feather dancing, very particular like rumples and fluffing that we do. And so I'm going to use my years of studying CFL as a magician's assistant to communicate with this blue jay.
Lovely. And what are you going to call this particular set of moves?
This particular set, which is my "What are you doing here?" Combination of signs, is called the "What are you doing here?" Cough.
So every grease man,
Mhm.
grease bird, let's say.
Grease person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
grease person that is worth their salt
Mm.
in the criminal underworld will forever and from this day forward know this particular dance, which may eventually go viral
yeah.
on TikTok.
Yeah, if one
Maybe.
of the guide girls like sees it from the corner because they're up exploring, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. They will forever know it as the "What are you doing here?" caw off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely. And in their reply, this hulking Jay loses all possible intimidating demeanor, and kind of signs back and said, "Boss said cereal's ours. That's what we're doing."
There's another crew here.
There
Oh.
is.
Hate
However,
this.
unless someone adds a complication to this particular goon, you have currently successfully taken them out of the scene. They only had 2 edges. So
Accessibility matters, folks.
it does. So great. Wonderful. So let's see what Flacco and Astrid would like to do in this moment before we loop back around.
All right. So we know the J's been taken care of. We know where the cereal is. We know where the hockey stick and the hockey net are. How do we get out of here? Astrid is gonna do a flying loop of the room just to scope out all the exits. And we're gonna see if any of them are unlocked, even though I know that Dardar has a key card.
Perfect. Let's roll another brains.
Cool. Can I use my advantage?
If you would like to, certainly.
I just want to use them.
Yeah. You've got them, so use them.
I got him. That didn't help me in the least. Because I rolled a 1 and a 4, which is not the numbers I needed.
They are not. I believe you have one gadgets slot left.
One gadget slot left.
If you can think of a gadget that would help you out in this situation. I don't know that your cover of...
The cover of disturbing the peace will not help with this.
Yeah.
I think as I fly up to one of the doors. Oh, we have a complication, chat. Oh no.
Oh
Is
no.
there a complication?
More complications.
Oh, I'm scrolling.
Geez, Envy Sparrow. You're great. Why? I was gonna say I hear one of the automatic locks go off in one of the doors because there's a motion sensor that I trigger. So it unlocks.
Sure.
Locks or unlocks. You can decide.
Yeah. The lock status of the door has changed, which is what you know. And I think in this moment, as you are doing your little fly around, correct? Also make a wings save for me.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I have a 4.
You have a 4.
I have a 4.
So you successfully managed to dodge. You're not quite sure where it came from, but definitely a talon just came out and tried to swoop at you.
Astrid squawks loudly.
Of course you do. So you know that there is someone else here in the space for you other than the J, who is, kind of at the moment confused, looking for some kind of direction or guidance, maybe from this unknown assailant. And you have changed the lock status of a door.
A door. Don't know where it goes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's lovely for you. And let's get to Flacco before we loop back around and restart our turn order.
I want to quickly just start running over towards where I heard the Astrid squawk from before and see if I can find this assailant.
Wonderful. Are you looking for them or are you doing something else?
I'd like to look for them because I'd like to ideally try to get them off our friends so that the rest of them can leave with the grain.
Wonderful. That would be a brains roll for you.
Okay. I got a 3.
You got a 3. Perfect. That succeeds. You see up in that space between the exhibit walls and the ceiling an osprey with red tinged feathers. And you see those yellow eyes looking at you now. And you can see that they are intent both on your crew in this room, but also on that cereal buffet.
Hey, finders keepers, fly off.
Also silent as she just repositions herself a little bit and gets ready for some action here. So everyone has had a moment in this space. We've had some wild successes and we've had some mediocre successes. What would you all like to do now? You know for sure that there is one other active bird still in this room with you, one bird who has the potential to become active again, and the cereal buffet with maybe something not cereal in the middle of the space.
Would it be bad if I started disturbing the peace right now as a distraction to draw all of the bad birds
I,
as
I,
bait?
I mean, what is good? What is bad? You're birds who do crime.
This is true. But if I bait all of the opponent birds, my friends can get out of here.
You can certainly try.
I would
I
like to
think
certainly try.
I think that is. Tell me how you're going to bait them.
I'm going to real quick fly over to the table and just grab a piece of granola in my
Mhm.
talons and say, "Hey, bird brains, follow me."
Okay. So if you are trying to charm or deceive, I will say that's going to be feathers, and
I know.
you can't feathers.
I can't feathers.
If you would like that to be wings because it's a physical action that's not combat, you have a 50% chance because you could roll a 3 or a 4.
I'm gonna wings it.
Okay, wings it is.
Get up.
Can't read that's a 3. We're good.
That's a 3. Okay. So, on this success, you are going to have to make a wings roll
Yep.
to save.
Yep. In that box, please. That's a 3.
Okay. So, you manage to avoid the long neck of a goose that comes out of the middle of this cereal buffet where you've grabbed a piece of granola, and make one more wings save because no. So even though you avoid uh, the goose, you don't avoid the osprey, and so yeah, you are going to roll your heat test.
Cool.
Hmm.
And I need meat or below, right?
You need meat or above.
Okay. I rolled meat. I'm at 2.
Perfect. You also get a big con as you manage to dodge. So, what from your past or in this moment are you doing to dodge? And what is the name of this maneuver that everyone knows?
So, Astrid likes to hang out at the country club. There's lots around Victoria. And she's learned some acrobatics from the bigger birds that like to chase the golf balls. And it's called the loop de loop swoop. And literally, she goes up and up and then out again, and she gets away.
Amazing. So, you are able to draw the attention of this crew. And in this moment, the loop de loop swoop is renowned, known, everyone knows it. Uh, but the osprey who's now chasing you through this exhibit snarls at you. The loop de loop swoop isn't going to stop. Test 2 talons. That cereal is ours.
Yeah, we found it first, buddy.
All right, so let's move from this chase to the rest of the crew. 3 of you are back with the cereal. The goose has kind of exited the center of the cereal buffet. It's made a little bit of mess as she's gone along, but she is also in pursuit of Astrid. And the jays kind of like ambling after them. That seems to be his group that he's with. And so the three of you are here. No alarms, no cameras, just a big table full of cereal and a hockey net and stick that are still somewhat affixed to the exhibit. But you know that again that that's the best way to maximize your cereal haul.
Yo, Ziggy, you want to get the net? We'll just start.
Yeah. There's like, is there anything in between the net and us? Is there like a physical barrier, or is it just?
There is nothing physical between you and the net. There is so it's essentially bolted to the floor. And then this case with the world's oldest hockey stick is kind of placed atop the net. So you know how like in a street hockey game, kids would just toss their sticks onto like that top part of the net, like when they're taking a break or whatever. It looks like it's supposed to be like that, except this stick is in plexiglass because it is a precious artifact. It is the world's oldest hockey stick. And so it's plexiglassed and then also bolted to the top of the net.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna take Dar's suggestion and try to unbolt said net from the floor. And I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna work, but I'm gonna do the best I can and unscrew those bolts.
It sounds like a wings test,
Okay.
which is for physical actions except combat, and we'll just see whether you roll a 3, 4, or 5.
I did get a 5, so that will hopefully be okay.
That will succeed. So break off a little piece of how you unbolt this from the floor, whether it's brute strength, whether it's using your beak, or some other.
I think given the anatomy of a pelican, I think the feet make the most sense to kind of maybe he's kind of winging in place and unscrewing it with his feet while he's semi hovering to get this unbolted.
So you're trying to give yourself some extra torque with your wings to. Amazing. Okay. It's unbolted from the floor. Not a problem at all.
Yeah, I got the net out. I think we need some help with the stick though. If anybody's got some suggestions for that.
Part of me just wants to push the box off the net and break the box. Take the stick and run.
It is also kind of affixed to the top
Okay,
of
it's
the net.
fixed there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, Dardar or Flacco, if either of you have thoughts on getting this part done.
How is the box like secured shut? Does it have like a lock on it or something? Or
Yeah, it looks like there's a little tiny lock that's kind of at the back. It would have been hard to access while everything was in place against the wall. But now that the net is kind of free moving, you can definitely scoot in behind there and see what that looks like.
okay, I'll kind of scoot back in there, and this isn't really the thing that I'm good at, but I will try to kind of like I guess break the lock off.
Absolutely. Do you want to break the lock or do you want to pick the lock?
I'm gonna break it.
Okay, that would be
We're
a
running out of
wing.
time. I don't have the time for the dexterity of trying to pick it right now.
That's a wings test.
Okay.
What do you mean? You all just three out of the four of you just reset your heat down to 0 after
Yeah.
your big cons.
Fine.
You're all good. You're feeling like you've got this.
I'm feeling some pressure because we have competition now
Yeah.
Yeah.
that we got to deal with. I got a 3.
You got a 3. Perfect. That is a success. Easy enough to kind of break the lock and be able to take this scooping tool, which really, that's all it means to you. It's just a way to help scoop and corral more cereal into this net. So yeah, that is free and everything looks to be exactly as you would like it, except for the fact that Astrid's being chased by 3 other birds.
It's a distraction. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's a pheasant
totally be fine.
diversion.
Great. Dardar, was there anything else that you wanted to do in this moment before we kind of move on to the next way that the
I'm
world has changed?
Yeah, as we start moving like things over, I'm gonna keep pushing my cart with us so that way
Mhm.
we can have the cart to help balance this net, and it's not just us having to carry a giant net. We have like like a pushy system kind of deal,
Yeah.
tools.
Yes. Super smart. You know, as an albino crow, you know how to use tools. You know how to make this
Yeah.
work to your advantage. Which would all be perfectly lovely, except for the fact that the door you all came through, which is still partly open because none of you closed it once you made your way into the exhibit.
Mhm.
At the door appears 2 figures.
Oh,
One of them, who some of you have already met before, Nolan Tooth, our assistant, who still has not found time to replace the coffee-soaked suit that he's wearing. Like definitely like those coffee stains not coming out easily. And behind Nolan, the hulking figure, you can see glossy brown fur and oversized teeth of one Justin Bieber.
All the security's giving me a migrate. Let's see what we can come up with.
Yeah, so it is back to the 3 of you. I'll let you deal with this complication and then we will pick up the chase with Astrid.
I guess I'm gonna toss the or just kind of very carefully give the stick over to Dardar, and I'm gonna just kind of fluff myself off, look as presentable as possible, and start walking towards Mr. Beaver and be like, "Mr. Beaver, we spoke earlier today. My name is Flacco. I'm from the British Museum. We were supposed to transport the hockey stick."
I think you are going to have to convince this man who has just seen you very casually throw the artifact that he is the guardian of to someone else in this room. So roll a feathers.
Okay. Yeah, 7.
Perfect. Right in the middle of our range for success. I think that in this moment you have triggered Justin Bieber's precision and his precise nature. And you do see him pause for a moment and kind of mentally flip through a Rolodex of, was I supposed to have a call today? I don't remember a call. Did Nolan forget to put it in my calendar again?
He did, I believe. Yeah, absolutely, he did. This is just my transport team. This is just our team to move stuff. My logistics people. We have a truck waiting for us downstairs to bring everything down back to the airport. Yeah.
I mean, the stick is supposed to be here on display for another 6 weeks. Did we discuss this?
Right. Yes, we're having a special. We're having it's a bit of a spontaneous thing, so everyone's kind of like, everyone's just running around like chickens with their heads cut off, trying to get all the things together to make this work. But it's a much more of a spontaneous thing because it's the anniversary of the formation of Britain's first hockey team, and it's like it's a big 100th centennial thing, and they're just trying to get the event together a little bit last minute. So it's on loan for the British Museum for 2 weeks while they do a little just their quick little display on like the history of hockey in Britain and whatnot, and then we bring it right back. Yes.
Spontaneity is not on the hockey stick's schedule. You there, and he kind of points at you, Dardar. Bring the stick here, and be careful how you handle it.
Dardar is like mid putting the stick in the trash can to cart it over to the cereal bar.
Do you bring it over?
No. I'm going to take one out of the Jay's book, actually. I have fallen ill with corvid mutism, and
You just continue on.
yeah.
Mhm.
I-
I think that roll wings to continue this without interruption. It's a 3, 4, or 5. You've got a 50% chance.
We've got a new die out, too. We're gonna...
There we go. See?
That's a 3!
Yay! So I think that this situation is just so absurd that his serious nature can't handle what is happening in this moment. And it kind of short circuits his brain long enough for you to be able to stay where you are and continue kind of getting away with this hockey stick, it seems like. And then Zig, you have not acted yet.
Yeah, I think since Dardar's just going with the flow, he, Zig's gonna pretend he's got some earbuds in, and he's gonna just kind of bebop to some phantom tune by uh Katie Penguin, and he'll just bring over the net like nothing's happening, and he'll help Dardar scoop as much of that treasure as we can.
Perfect. So you're going to try to essentially deceive?
Yep.
Okay. Roll a feathers.
Definitely my strong suit.
Yeah.
That's a 7, so that's probably bad, right?
No, a 7 is a
Good.
success
7 is
on
good?
feathers.
Oh, heck yeah.
Everything seems to be going well for your crew in this moment. Justin Beaver is kind of contained, although not eliminated from the scene yet, and you are able to start the work of scooping cereal. But Astrid,
Yes,
how are
hi.
how are you dealing with 3 pursuing birds?
I think we're just I see that um my crew has started scooping, which is
Mhm.
great. I'm gonna let them keep scooping. I noticed the 2 humans, and I think I'm just gonna like try and fly past them with my tails.
Okay, so you wanna come back into this main space
I
to
want to come
try
back
and
down and just like try to get the birds that are chasing me to like fly real close to these humans just to discombobulate them further.
Okay, perfect.
That wings.
Let's do a wings to see how well you can do what you are expecting to do.
What do I need? Do I need
A 3 or 4 for you.
a
5 would also succeed, but your die doesn't have that number.
unless I have a really fun D4. What's a 5 just a 2 upside down? No, I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2. The good news is that your heat was back down to 0, so
Yeah.
you just add 1 in this case.
Do.
I think in this moment, that
I got no gadgets.
no, you are out of gadgets.
Mhm.
In this moment, you can either make an incorrect turn to get back to the rest of your group, or you can have that succeed, but no one is distracted and everyone's in this space and it's chaos, but not in a way that is going to advance
I mean,
drawer.
I am disturbing the peace. So
Chaos it is.
chaos it is.
Chaos it is. So there's almost that comedic moment as you come back into the space of the three birds who are pursuing you, almost skidding to a halt, and looking at the two people in the doorway, taking in this scene of Dardar and Zig scooping cereal into the net. And there's this moment of a pause and almost silence. You can hear a couple of mini wheats just like fall off of the display and like very loudly hit the floor and kind of crackle and crinkle before all sorts of chaos breaks loose. So we are going to make wings saves for everyone against the pursuers that are now back in this room. So wings is a 3, 4, or 5.
Nope.
Nope.
4.
8.
So I have 3 failures and 1 success, it looks like. So Dardar, you are the only one who manages to kind of just be doing your thing and evade like every strike that comes your way. The other 3 of you, if you already have a heat, you're going to have to roll a heat test. If you don't have a heat, then you just add 1. So I think that means that Astrid and Flacco are rolling heat tests for me.
Yep.
We want, target the same number or higher, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm good.
I got a 1.
But my heat still
My
goes
heat
up.
is 2.
Okay. So Astrid, your heat will go up. Flacco, in this moment, and this is kind of the last big mechanical piece that we haven't had a chance to touch on yet. You have a burden. A burden is a task completely unrelated to the scene at hand. And it is something that in this moment, any personification that you have come up with for your character falls away. You are just a bird. And in this moment, you hear someone's cell phone go off, and you aren't going to be able to help but sing along. So you must use your entire next action to sing along and get this out of your system. Once you have done that, your heat will go back to 0. You will be relieved of your burden, and you can continue on. So, yeah, bad news for most of you. Also, you got hit by a goose for your initial failure. So, yeah, there is a wildly flailing Canada goose that's doing some damage to y'all. There is this osprey, which is also flying around with some very sharp talons and a very sharp beak. The jay is currently just kind of hanging out, getting in the way. And I think that you all also need to make a feathers check against Justin Beaver and Nolan Tooth.
Do I even need to roll?
I know that Astrid doesn't, so you automatically fail and have to make another heat test, though.
Okay. My heat doesn't go up until after I've rolled, correct?
Correct.
No, I also take a burden.
You also take a burden. Great. Back through the door to the office. I mean, it was there before, but it wasn't calling to you in the same way. It's probably the fact that this sugary cereal is here now in front of you. In Justin Bieber's garbage, there is a half-eaten sandwich. All of a sudden, you have the munchies, and you need to get that sandwich on your next action.
Awesome.
That is the only thing that you will be able to do next time.
And I have a cool, correct?
Yes, you also gain a cool from that.
So
Perfect. Did anyone else fail their feathers?
Nope, I got a 6.
Perfect.
I had a 7.
Everyone else is good? Amazing. Somehow you are all able to keep Justin Bieber mostly stunned into inaction at this point. And so y'all get to have another round. Flacco and Astrid will have to clear their burdens, but Henry and Dardar, you can keep on doing your thing, or you can choose to change actions and do something else.
I want to get all of this cereal. I have not stopped scooping.
Perfect. I'm going to let you continue doing that. Zig, are you still helping?
I think I am running interference with the other birds if they're coming close. So I'm trying to keep I've got Dardar 6 protected as well as much as I can so that they can keep scooping. So basically if the birds come close, I'm trying to make them go the other way or distract them or somehow disrupt their flight path.
Okay, perfect. So let's roll a. You're just trying to kind of like interfere with them, but not engage them in
Yeah.
combat, right?
Yeah, more or less just keep them off of Dardar's back so that we can get some more of that glorious sugar coated goodness.
Yeah, let's do a wings test.
Okay. That's a 1, so that's probably not great, but I think I have a gadget left.
I think you still have a gadget left as well. If we're wrong, chat will tell us, or they'll just be like, nah, you're having fun. It's cool for you to have a gadget. Come up with a gadget that's going to help you to distract these folks.
Yeah, I think I picked up when I was docking the truck, and I don't exactly know how this would work, but somehow I have a traffic cone that I squirreled away, and so that's just a big old tube that I can, if somebody's coming close, I can just kind of push them off with said traffic cone, and maybe I capture somebody's beak into it and guide them away.
Perfect. You can definitely use that traffic cone to kind of run interference, just be a little bit more of an obstacle in this moment. So just so that you all know how I'm tracking your rounds of serial scooping. For every one of our crew members who spends their action scooping cereal, you're getting a tick mark. As soon as you've reached 2 tick marks per crew member, so a total of 8, you will be at maximum cereal capacity. You are currently at 3 because last round both Dardar and Zig were scooping. This round just Dardar was scooping. So you're at 3 of 8 is where we are. Flacco, tell us how you'd like to sing that little song, what the ringtone is, and just get it out of your system. You don't actually have to sing, but you have to describe what it looks like as our beautiful little owl
So
bursts
since I'm
into
an
song.
owl, I have the whole little like turn your head 360 degrees thing. So I think my head is just spinning around in a circle, and I'm doing the little Nokia thing, like do 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 do, just all over again.
Amazing. Clear your burden and take a cool, which will be an auto success for later on. And then same with Astrid. Let us know what it is in this moment and how you get past Justin Bieber and Nolan Tooth to get at that sandwich.
I think I just fly as fast, tuck my wings in, and I fly like a little torpedo over their heads through the door and land in the crash land in the trash can and just go to town on this sandwich that is of undetermined origin.
A definitely undetermined origin, undetermined freshness as well.
Undetermined contents. It's a sandwich.
Yeah, is there anything that Astrid is hoping to find in this sandwich, or
No, it's
is
just
it
I need the sandwich.
Yeah,
Give me the sandwich.
you were maybe getting a little bit hangry and just
Get me
need
hangry. All that
the
chasing.
reset? Yeah, amazing. So your burden is also cleared. You get a cool, and your heat goes down to 0 for that
Heck
as well.
yeah.
Lovely. Okay. We're gonna need another round of wings saves because you have not eliminated our 2 birds that are still assailing, Test Two Talons and her lieutenant, whose name you haven't gotten yet, but is definitely a goose.
Just go honk.
I need you to find out their name at some point because it's a really good one.
Really good one.
I'm good. I got a 5.
Okay, perfect. So we've got 2 successes. Zig, did you succeed on your wings? Yeah,
Got a
that's
4.
for
Yep.
Astrid.
Do I? I'm not in the room.
Sure. You can
I'm
be
in a
exempt.
trash. I'm in a trash can right now.
You can be exempt
Face
from this
down in
particular
trash.
round
face
of
down in the trash
attacks.
can, feet sticking out.
Yeah. So Test Two Talons and her compatriots just aren't able to land a hit on most of you. You all seem to be ducking and weaving out of the way. Things are looking good for you, except you also still need to stun Justin Bieber and Nolan Tooth into inaction, which Astrid, you're just going to take 1 heat again because you can't. But luckily, you just cleared your heat, so it's only taking 1. The rest of you are rolling feathers. So a 5 to 9 is a success. A 1 if you have a gadget slot left, you can use it. Give me.
I got a 1.
Same.
Okay. So, Dardar, you are fine. Like for some reason you were just able to like
Justin Bieber's really into my magician that I used to be with. So he's just jaw drop.
yeah, like you are a celebrity.
I am to him. It's
You
fine.
yeah, absolutely. Great. For Flacco and for Zig, do you have gadgets left that you could use to continue to distract Justin Bieber in this moment? I'm saying no
I
from
do.
Zig.
Okay. Can I incorporate my gadget with something that Dart just did?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Can I pull out from like a little like pocket in like a coat or something from like under my feathers this signed magician's poster from the magician that Dar used to work for, and I said, this is just a nice compliment. We heard that you were interested. I just thought I'd bring this as a kind of welcoming gift.
Great. I mean, Justin almost like is still in a little bit of a daze and kind of like waves the poster into the hands of his assistant, but he's not focused on you. He's focused on Zig, who did you already have a heat?
Yes, I already had 1. I didn't know if I could use a previous gadget again, or how does that work?
You can use a previous gadget again because they're persistent throughout the heist. However,
Okay.
it doesn't give you the auto success again.
Gotcha.
I'm like, do you have a cool? I don't think you have a cool right now to use.
I do not know.
So this will be a failure, which means a heat roll, which
Okay.
does give you the chance to roll a 1, maybe, and have another
Okay.
big con.
So do I? I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to. But do I add my heat now and then roll?
Nope.
Add another one.
Roll first.
Just roll first. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That is not a 1. That is a 3. But I would like to launch my annoying kids toy down the hall so that it starts making beep boop beep boop beep boop noises away from me for hopefully a momentary distraction.
Okay. Perfect. So you launch that. You are going to take a second heat.
Okay.
So your heat increases by 1. And in this moment, you see that despite your attempted distraction, Justin Beaver is focused on you and is moving into the room. So you are going to be face to face with Justin Beaver. That does clear the doorway a little bit for Astrid to come back into the room. And it is a new round of actions for everyone. So let me know what y'all would like to do.
If it's cool with the team, the crew, I'd like to potentially reach out to the nest at this point and maybe call for a flock of seagulls to come help with the cereal scooping.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a great idea. Yeah,
That
So
sounds
absolutely.
I would,
awesome.
Dardar will take the heat and, out of one of his many pockets, whatever, communicate with a little like pager because technology is above
Yeah.
his pay grade.
Yeah, all good. You can definitely do that. Your heat just increases by 1 for triggering that nest ability. You can also not call the flock of seagulls again during this heist unless someone were to donate and make that happen for you. But moments after you activate that call, you will see this is a flock of seagulls.
Good.
The museum is very close to the inner harbor, and even though it's nighttime, you seem to have awoken every seagull from Victoria's inner harbor,
Oh
and they are
no.
streaming through the office door behind you to be able to come and help scoop cereal in this moment.
Cool.
Um,
And then I need them to fly so far away.
okay. They're going to leave the cereal kind of in a pile. You are going to be at 5 of 8 right now with that. And so that is your action for this round. Zig, you're faced with an angry Justin Beaver. Astrid and Flacco, you still have 2 other rival birds in addition to Justin Beaver in this
Mhm.
space.
I was gonna follow the herd of seagulls. Just because they came in such a rush, and I can kind of follow them out of the room because one can assume that humans don't like to get run over by a flock of seagulls. So if I join that flight, I'll be able to get out of here, and I'm gonna start scooping because we look like we're close, but not quite.
You are not at maximum cereal capacity yet, but yes, you can definitely get in there and scoop. So, great. We've got Flacco and Zig left.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's a big honking kind of guy, right? So,
Yeah.
I think Zig is going to, he's not going to initiate combat, but he's going to try and puff himself up real big, display those beautiful pelican muscles, and try to square off with this guy. He's kind of trying to bide time more than actually have anything bad happen, but we'll see how that goes.
Okay, sounds good. Because you're not engaging in combat, it will be a wings test.
Okay. 4.
A 4 succeeds.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So in this moment, I think that you've broken through Justin Bieber's paranoia. This is no longer paranoia because the exact thing that he was worried about happening is happening now in this moment. And he is having to take some time to collect himself to be like, "Oh, this this is happening. This is here and real right now." Um, and so, yeah, he is not able to take another action during this scene. Um, he does have 2 hidden edges for chat. I know that we're close to the end of our time, but you know, he's still got 1 more edge that is active before he's out of the scene, and he's got 2 hidden edges if someone wants to add a complication for y'all.
Make some problems for us.
I mean, you've also still got this rival crew.
Yeah.
This is true. We still have to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna spend my turn just kind of now that Zig has kind of like buffed himself up a little bit and they're clearly like eye to eye with each other. I'm gonna try to get in between them a little bit and try to calm down Mr. Beaver a little bit. Like, Mr. Beaver, please. He's just our muscle. He's just trying to, we're trying to just go through the transport, but it's just he's just transporting stuff. There's no need to get violent here.
That sounds like a feathers rule for me.
That's 7.
7 succeeds.
Nice.
And so unless a complication is added, Justin Beaver, you have also reached the end of his tenacity and, kind of what he is willing to put up a struggle against. Y'all have just broken this beaver psychologically, and
Well,
That's the goal.
he is going to head with Nolan Tooth back into his office to start doing up some paperwork. He might get a second wind. Who knows? But for now, you don't have to worry about Justin Beaver or Nolan Tooth. You just have to worry about the rest of this crew. So, Astrid, have you acted? Yes.
I was scooping.
Yes,
I can
you're
scoop.
scooping.
I will scoop again.
Before you all get to continue scooping, you have to roll your wings tests against this rival crew.
I've got a cool.
Okay, so auto succeed. Wings, I mean, technically you've got a 50% chance of succeeding.
I don't want to risk it anymore.
Okay, that's fine. Use your cool.
I didn't make it, so I am going to also use my cool just to make sure that it works.
Okay, great. And I've got a 4 and
I got a 6, so I did not succeed.
you did not succeed. Roll a heat test for me.
Okay. That's a 7. It's probably bad.
No, 7's fine because a 7 is above your current heat level. Correct. And so
Yes.
the only consequence is that you get roundhoused by this goose again and take another heat.
Okay.
That's it. That's all.
Just another heat. No big
Just
deal.
another heat. It's
Just another-
fine. It's fine. You have lots of room for heat. So, okay. Tess Two Talons and her crew are still circling. They're just looking for an opportunity at this point. They're more than willing to let you all do the work. So, at I believe 6 out of 8 is where we are now with Astrid having scooped cereal last action. What would you all like to do?
I will scoop again.
I scoop
Okay.
again.
Let's see. I want to what types of cereal do we got here? We got all different types,
If
right?
there's 100 different types of cereal, pick your favorite.
Do we have a collective agreement on what is the worst type of cereal?
There
This
is
is
no bad type of cereal.
Shredded wheat.
Grape nuts.
Yeah, grape nuts was
nuts.
Grape nuts. Okay. I'm gonna take what looks like a box of like Cheerios or something, and I'm gonna replace it with the bag of like grape nuts, and I'm gonna shake it really loudly so that Tess and everyone can like see it. And I said, hey, see this? Fetch, and I'll toss it. Hopefully that they go after that and leave us alone.
perfect. That is going to be another wings test to try and distract them. If you can come up with how you managed to get the bag of grape nuts and do that switcheroo as a deception, I would let you roll feathers, which has a slightly better chance of success for you.
I like to think that since everyone is just so they are so like preoccupied and trying to get to like where everyone is moving the grain stuff, I'm just very quickly switching around two different little boxes, real quick, just like under the table.
Okay. Sounds great. Roll feathers then.
There's a 7 that works.
It does indeed. So yeah, you have one of them distracted in this moment. I think it's going to be Tess herself that we will take the alert edge, because she is alert, but for the wrong thing in this case, and will chase after that box, at least for the immediate moment.
Right.
Great. Who still needs to act? Zig?
Yeah, I think that's up to me. Man, I'm not seeing a whole lot of options here. I think I just got to take one of these jokers out. So let's do some smash and snap on is it the goose that
It
just
is the
clocked me?
goose. It is the goose
Yeah.
that's left.
Silly
Yeah.
goose.
Let's honk that beak real hard and give it a good old whack.
You try that talons roll.
Mhm. That's a 2.
That's a 2, which
2.
fails.
Not great.
No. I think you don't have a cool.
Nope.
No. Roll me a heat test to see how badly you fail.
Okay. 6. So I think that went. That's all right. I'm still
That's
all right.
all right. However, because you are specifically against Goosey Lou,
Mhm.
you are going to take 3 heat
Ooh.
as she wallops you so hard. I mean, this is a trained martial artist that also happens to be a Canada Goose. You have chosen the wrong fight today, my friend. And so, yeah, Goosey Lou is just whirling through this space. I think the rest of you can tell from kind of your respective areas that Zig just had his clock wrong. Okay. And that means that everyone has acted this round. I'm going to have Flacco roll feathers against Tess, essentially as a save, to see whether she stays distracted. But Astrid, Dardar, and Zig will have to roll another wings save against Goosey Lou.
That is a 5. I made it.
Okay, perfect. So Tess continues to be distracted. It looks like, a 3 succeeds for Dardar.
4.
Astrid has a 4. Zig has a 5. You are all managing to avoid the angry Canada Goose. at this moment, which is great. You have scooped as much cereal as will fit into this hockey net. For people who are like, Cat, don't you know what a hockey net looks like? Yes, I do, but when you lie it on its back, it's a big scoop.
It's a big scoop. It's a
It's
big
a big
scoopy,
scoop.
big
It's a big
scoopy
scoopy
sled.
net.
Yeah.
So I'm not envisioning them still having it upright. I'm envisioning it on its side.
Yeah, we're
As I
right.
think,
It's on its back on
yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's like
curved
laid
part. It's
down and
on the
then
curved
yeah,
part.
yeah. And you've just filled it through of bags and boxes and mini boxes of cereal.
And granola bars and muesli and whatever else is on that table.
ev-
All the grain.
all the
All
grain.
the grain.
All the grain. However, you're still in this museum exhibit. Goosey Lou is still here, and Test Two Talons is currently chasing a box of grape nuts masquerading as Cheerios, but probably won't be distracted for too long. And you need to get this full net out of here. What do each of you do?
Dar Dar, you still have that key card, right?
I flash the swipe card.
Cool. You're stronger than me for moving things,
Yes.
but I'm good at opening things. Hand me the key card and I'll start getting doors.
And then I'm going to use my cart to like push the net, very
Okay.
tractor pushy-ish, so I don't
Yep.
have to like full strength it all the time.
Mhm.
And then I can keep the hockey stick to fend off anybody who starts chasing us.
Perfect. Okay, so that's a plan. Astrid, you're going to be a brains roll
Brains.
probably, just to kind of problem solve, perceive your way out of here, the best route. Perfect. So no problem. You are able to find a path, start unlocking doors. Dardar, you are
Mhm.
going to be a wings test to try and just get things moving. A 4?
4. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Great. This card has come in so handy for you. You feel like things are going well. You are underway. You're following the path that Astrid has laid out for you. Flacco and Zig, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
Can I call for rescue birds? Is that something I can do?
Absolutely. If you want the
Okay.
nest to send in some rescue birds for you.
Yeah, it's not often that Zig recognizes another bird as being muscularly superior to him, but he's kind of feeling it. So he's gonna call in home for some rescue birds to hopefully take care of the goose.
Okay. Sounds good. So as those rescue birds come in, you can choose a character, including yourself. You're going to make an effect roll. So you're going to roll your d8
Okay.
and you're going to reduce that much from your heat.
Oh, perfect. Okay. That's 3. So
Okay.
that's
So
not bad.
yeah, you reduce your heat by 3 as just a regular old starling comes in, starts making a little bit of a racket, but I think that a starling is a decent match to start harassing Goosey Lou a little bit,
Heck yeah.
and harrying her, to take some of the focus away from you. And then Flacco, we have not had an action from you.
Okay. All the grain is on the cart.
Yep.
Everyone else is distracted.
Yep.
Let's just let me see if I can help us find a way out of here.
Okay. Perfect. Do you want to be looking for a way out, or do you want to be kind of remembering the blueprint of the museum from your briefing?
Yeah, I want to see if I remember from just being in the museum and from the briefing if I can remember the best way down to like where they had parked the truck by the loading dock, assuming that that is still there.
Assuming that that is still there indeed. that is going to be a brains roll for you, I think.
Okay. I think I still have an advantage left. I'm
I believe you
not
do.
good at these. I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
I got a 2 and a 4, so it works.
It does work. Perfect. So yeah, you are able to kind of working us alongside Astrid, just help to direct and, remembering what was in your briefing, be like, no, we need to turn left here. I promise it's left. And you get to the entrance out of the exhibit. So museum exhibits usually have the same entrance exit for the public. This is the only doorway that's going to be big enough for the hockey net to fit through. Um, it does mean that you are right next to the space where the Girl Guides are having their sleepover. And you are taking these girls' breakfast for tomorrow morning.
They
So,
should be all asleep. It's like midnight by now, so
sure, you could think that. You can certainly think that.
I'd like to check that. I'd like to open this door
Yeah,
very slowly.
I think yeah, for the moment all of your opponents are kind of settled and dealt with. Um although Test Two Talons and Goosey Lou will come back in this next round, but not until after you all have acted. So take a look-see. Mhm.
Roll in my brains.
Yep.
What do I need? I need a 3. I have a 3. That's good.
Okay. Perfect. You can see that in typical sleepover fashion, like when you get a bunch of kids together, and I believe Girl Guides are aged like 9 to 11. I
Yeah,
checked the website for
think so.
this. So, girls at that age,
They're
they
not
are
sleeping.
there are definitely pockets of them that are not asleep. Um, and you can see that there is a pair of them in particular that are definitely within earshot of what's going to be happening.
We just gotta be quiet. They'll be fine.
Says the
The
non-quiet
one who
one.
can, yeah.
Yeah, it says the not quiet one. That's
Yeah.
fine.
So, okay, Astrid has checked and can kind of like at least give you all the heads up that you need to be a little bit quiet coming out of here.
Need to be a lot
Okay.
quiet.
A little bit quiet, a lot quiet, who knows? So we've got Flacco, we've got Zig, and we've got Dardar
Mhm.
that still need to act in this round.
I know Astrid wouldn't know because I don't think she ran into Katniss.
Hmm.
But is one of these children Katniss?
Absolutely.
Can I like? Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Dardar wants to kind of peek over Astrid's shoulder and like, psst, Katniss here.
Sure. Roll feathers to try and charm this child who you made a little bit upset earlier.
I didn't tattle on her though, and that's what we're gonna go for here. For a 5.
A 5 is feathers success. So yeah, absolutely. You can beckon Katniss out of her sleeping bag and out of that area. And trailing along with her is a very pale girl, probably on the younger end of this age range,
Okay.
very dark hair. Um, seems to be a little bit tentative
Okay.
in this moment, but yeah, it looks like maybe it's her very first sleepover.
Paper. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Um,
A baby.
yeah. Katniss, who's your friend?
Oh, this
Mhm.
this
This?
this is just Hedwig, I mean, it's her first time, and normally, like, I wouldn't let her, like, tag along like this, but she's awake and she doesn't want to be alone, and so
I
what
definitely get it.
what do you want? You've already told me that your daughter doesn't want to be friends with me.
My daughter wants to find a girls' guide group to join, but the only way she's going to be able to do that is if my friends and I are able to leave, our jobs are done for the day, and we just want to make sure that you know, like how I didn't tell your girl guide master that you broke my glass cabinet, that you won't tell your girl guide master that a bunch of adults are leaving out that door.
But if you work here,
Hmm.
isn't that your job to
It
just, like,
is, but
work and then leave?
it might be a little like loud
Loud.
sometimes, and so we just want you to make sure that, you know,
Hmm.
no one worries about it.
So, out of character, who
Hmm.
has taken over pushing this hockey net on top of the cart that is full of cereal?
I guess Dardar's doing all the talking, so
Hmm.
Yeah.
Astrid's gonna just know that she's not good at talking.
Dardar ain't either.
And Dardar can do better than Astrid. Dardar has a chance.
So the question is whether Katniss and Hedwig can see that there is a giant mound of cereal coming out the door behind you, Dardar.
No, 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 absolutely. I figured like we were doing like a little like just peek around the corner, trying to be
Yeah.
quiet. The
Yeah.
cart is comically just off screen.
Yeah,
Right.
Scooby Doo style. It's just
Style,
like
yeah.
right
Yeah,
there.
we're
We're
all
just
just,
peeking
like,
around the
poking
And
around
like
the
peeking
door,
around the corner, just being
head,
like,
yep.
whatever you do, like just don't tell them that we're, you know, if you hear a loud crash, that's normal.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
That's how we leave at night.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
Roll one more feathers to convince
Come on, Katniss.
these
Come on,
girls.
Hedwig.
I mean,
Y'all don't want no cereals. That's a 5.
that's a 5, which again is a success on feathers. Somehow, this very difficult child,
Hmm.
you have managed to convince, yet again, that she should go back to bed and not worry about any loud noises
Absolutely not.
that she might hear.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, that is fun and exciting for all of you. Um, you aren't sure about the other child, I will say, in this moment. You know that you've convinced the talker of the group, the one who's leading, but I don't know that you've convinced both of them. But that is your go, which leaves Flacco and Zig again to do some actions.
Can I have saved that big white tablecloth that was over top of all of the like grain and everything,
Yeah.
and just kind of drape the entire cart in that, so that we have something to kind of like hide all of the grain and somewhat of ourselves under as we just
For
sneakily go
sure.
across the room.
Roll feathers to see how good a job you do of being able to hide things.
That's 5.
Great. That is a success on stealth. It's maybe not like the best job that you've ever done, but nothing is immediately visible that would kind of tip off someone who is looking for cereal or parts of the hockey exhibit.
No,
Doesn't
oh,
have to
no
be
cereal
good. It
here.
just has to work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No cereal
Um,
here. Everyone
nope.
can just look away. Absolutely
Carry on.
nothing going on over here.
And Zig, what are you doing to kind of help this exit?
I have 2 warring thoughts. And I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna try and talk this goose into joining our crew for a cut of the cereal haul.
Interesting.
I think I'm gonna try and wean them away from the the whatever hold they have with their current crew, be like, man, look, we're getting away with all the grain. And you and me, we could tag team it up some other time and we could find out who's going to win this fight. But man, if you want some of that life, some of those Cheerios, you could just come with us and we'd share with you and see how that goes.
A roll of feathers, and we will find out together how that
Okay.
goes.
That's a 6.
A 6 is a success.
Yes.
You have made her reconsider, at the very least. I don't think she's going to continue to attack you at the end of this round of actions. But I don't know that you've completely convinced her yet. She still has 2 edges left,
That's
just
fair.
mechanically, so that you all know.
Yeah, no, that's
yeah.
totally fair.
So Goosey Lou not going to take an action against you. Test 2 Talons is done being distracted by this box of cereal, and currently has 4 edges left.
Okay.
And I think probably seeing this interaction is going to furiously dive bomb at any of you that she can reach, kind of as you prepare to exit the exhibit and make your way towards the front door. So I think that's going to be a wings check from all of you.
Oh, that's a 3.
Okay,
I got a
threes are
3.
good.
We're good.
Amazing.
Dar, no.
No,
Oh,
not that
Dar.
amazing.
Not that amazing.
Not that amazing.
You don't have any gadgets left.
No, I've used all my gadgets.
You
I
don't
had
have
lots
any
of ones.
cool.
I don't have any cool, no.
We just got a complication.
And you got a complication.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is lovely.
Sounds about right.
Great. So, in this moment, I think that what you see happening is not Katniss, but the other girl.
Of course.
Has
Hedwig.
Yeah, Hedwig has kind of come back over and is looking
Okay.
very intently at what is happening in this moment. And I think because she's a child and because she's curious,
Mm-hmm.
your cover is going to be blown with these girl guides for the rest of this heist.
Ooh.
You can thank
Burn.
Andrea for that complication.
Thanks, Andrea.
Thanks.
Mhm. So Dardar has no more cover as a janitor with the girl guides for sure.
Mhm.
If these girls can convince their girl guide leaders that you are also not a janitor, then that could be an issue for you. You would still technically have it against the security guards, which have not been fully taken out of the picture either.
Can
Okay.
I call in a quick molt for Dardar?
You can, absolutely.
Cool. I will
So
take 1 heat because I am barely sitting at any heat. And
yeah,
there you go.
and this will allow one member of the crew to change their cover, even if it's been blown. You will still have disadvantage when interacting with the girl guides. But what kind of drone carried in change of outfit does Dardar get?
Dardar gets to decide.
Oh gosh.
Or I should
So-
say Urvy gets to decide for
God.
Dardar.
Oh yeah, Dardar's gonna be like, I want a different janitorial outfit. All I wear is coverall. No. Dardar is going to change into
Thank you,
it's
chat.
very
Yeah, same overalls
what-
inside out.
I mean, you could try to be a security guard
Security
with the
guard,
same
yeah,
overalls
I
inside
was-
out.
yes, no, absolutely. That's what we're gonna do. And then we'll
Different
like
ball
try
cap.
to different ball cap. We'll actually just turn the ball cap around. And
The cool
they
security guard.
yeah, they've
Yeah.
sent the drone has literally just dropped off like a little badge.
That says security on it,
security,
but
yeah.
not a name or anything, just
Anything,
says
no.
security. Okay, lovely.
Ooh, yes, the half tank top muscle greaser is a good one too. But
There we go.
little security badge.
Perfect. So, in this case, you will actually have disadvantage because you've already interacted with the security guards. But at least you have some cover.
Yeah.
Still. Yeah. Great. So that was resolving our NPC/environment actions. Y'all are here. You're ready to go. You have a small child who's still standing not in your way, but like is suspicious of you. You have two birds pursuing you still. And if you manage to get down to the ground floor, remembering that the escalators aren't on, so are currently functioning as stairs and not a moving staircase.
There's elevators though.
Yeah, I was gonna say what passenger elevator?
There is a passenger elevator on the floor. It is normally shut down for the evening, so you would
got a
have to
card,
see
though.
whether your swipe card works.
We got a card from security. It should work.
Fingers
You-
crossed.
You trust that it works.
Feathers crossed.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got my talons crossed.
So are the four of you and the cart with the cereal and the hockey stick headed towards the passenger elevator?
Yep.
Okay. That also is going to mean turning your back on our girl guide Hedwig.
Kidnap her.
I
That's
mean,
part of the heist, but it's where Dardar's brain's at right now. Is just
Maybe
putting her in the
Dardar
trash
no.
can.
Maybe Dardar no. Dardar just push the thing.
it sounds like your crew just wants you to push and
Dardar's just gonna push.
okay, great. Wonderful. So, is anyone helping Dardar push? Or are we okay? So Zig is going to help you push. We're kind of hightailing it over there. Astrid still has the security key. Roll just a really quick brains check to see
Yep.
if it has a chance of working.
Yes.
Excellent. This happens to be an all access pass. You are in the elevator.
Let's go.
Okay. Are you going
let's
down
Not
or are
hit
you going
them.
up?
Ooh,
Down.
down.
Going down because we have that.
Even
down.
if the truck's
Yeah.
not there, we can be out on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a thing with wheels.
Sure.
We're
Okay.
almost home free.
So
Get away, Zamboni.
you are almost home free. But before you are able to exit the building, it turns out that during all this time, those security guards that you met earlier absolutely called for backup. So you are going to have to traverse a gauntlet of security to get to the loading dock accessible via your swipe card. If you all just want to try and like stealth and charm and nonchalance your way through, excellent. If there's anything else that you would like to do, now is the time to tell me.
Astrid knows that she cannot charm or stealth, but she knows that she has an all access pass, so she's just going to be opening doors and possibly locking doors behind us.
Okay.
And any side doors, just doors.
Okay. Sounds good. We'll do kind of one brains test as a totality to encapsulate you finding the route, unlocking the right doors, and locking doors behind you as to try and prevent people from following.
Sounds good. I'm going to use my advantage on this roll. That I was
Absolutely.
gratefully given. And we're good. We're good. We got double threes. We're good.
Okay, great. So Astrid could find the way. What is everyone else doing? Are you trying to stealth or are you trying to bluff your way through in some other fashion?
I was
Dardar.
thinking we kind of
Oh,
just
go
make a
ahead.
break for it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's where I was at. Dardar wants to just kind of like get a real good push on the cart and then ride the cart and then stick the hockey stick out to try to trip people as we go.
Yep.
Okay.
Door.
That sounds wings-like to me.
I like it.
Yeah.
I can pass
So,
those.
I mean, you've got a decent chance.
A 3.
There we go. Okay. So success, you're able to kind of, again, run a little bit of interference to help make sure that anyone who does pick up on this, let's face it, relatively large, um, weird conveyance at this point, is tripped up from following you and then is locked out as Astrid is closing doors behind you. We've got Zig and we've got Flacco.
Yeah,
Are there
Zig
still
is. Sorry, go ahead.
okay? Are there still security guards like chasing after us and following us?
There is, yes, a cadre of suspicious security guards for sure.
Okay, and I'm assuming there were some other things on that like breakfast bar that weren't just cereal. Like I'm imagining like a bunch of juice or something for the kids.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to have brought some juice with you,
Yeah,
you got
I want to take out
juice.
a big I have a couple like big cartons of orange juice, and
Mhm.
as we're running with the cart, I want to open them up and toss them behind us so that the security guards slip on the juice as they try to run after us.
Perfect. Very classic. I think that this is also going to be wings.
I got 3.
Perfect. That succeeds. So you were successful in further delaying security guards. And Zig, what are you doing?
Zig is the motor behind this conveyance, just getting it going as fast as possible. So he is pushing with every inch of wing and feather that he has.
Wings roll it is to then successfully muscle this through.
3. I don't.
That's a
Oh,
success.
that works.
Yeah, that works.
Sweet.
Yes. Perfect. So you have made your way through. Miraculously, the loading dock still contains your delivery van. As you load up the van, you can all get into the various seats. I'm assuming that Zig's going to drive because you're the one who drove it here in the first place. You've got the keys. Where do you take the van in this moment?
Oh man, what do you guys think? Like a little beach action. Watch the tide roll in.
Watch the sunrise.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So,
sounds good.
as the sun rises, you're probably along Dallas Road in Victoria. Great place where you're just down by the shore. The 2 back doors of your delivery truck are open. You are beginning to split up your cereal haul. And in this moment, with the heist successfully completed, what do each of you do, and do you go your separate ways? You each have about a minute to kind of narrate a little epilogue for your character. Volunteers, or we can just go in dice order.
I'll go first. Astrid's gonna chill out on the beach for a while and hang out with the crew, eating some great cereal. And then once it's time to go, she's just gonna go back to the country club golf course where she's been hanging out, annoying the local parakeets and chasing golf balls.
Amazing. I love that for Astrid.
Yeah.
Do we have a volunteer to go next?
Yeah, I got one. Having gotten the biggest score that he needed to finally quit the whole gig forever, Flacco is going to take his winnings and he's going to make his flight back east, back home, and go get a nice cozy place somewhere over Central Park in New York and just enjoy himself with his wealth of grain and wonderful views.
I love that for Flacco. Zig or Dardar?
Zig is going to use the cereal boxes to create a giant house on the beach. And he's just gonna say, "Hey, my door is always open. If anybody y'all want to call on me, you know where to find me."
I love that for Zig. I think that that is a fitting end. And last but not least, Dardar, what you do as you leave the
Uh,
beach.
So Dardar leaves the beach, but Dardar don't leave the life of crime. Dardar stays in a heist crew. He's definitely a heist man, stunt man for hire. He doesn't want to go back to Flaps McQueen, his magician, because that just compared to the heist life is nowhere near as thrilling or exciting. So if you need an albino crow for anything, he's here.
Love that for Dardar. And that will conclude this fun shot of Pigeons 11. The Great Grain Robbery of 2024 is a success.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you all for playing. Thanks to everyone who donated, whether that was to help our players with some advantage or some coolness, or whether that was to complicate their lives and make my job as the world a little bit more fun. I hope that everyone had a wonderful time. Stay tuned because I know that Andrea is going to be back and telling you what's up next. If you love the game and want to own a copy, there's a copy of it in the auction. So please go and bid on that and help raise more money. And yeah, keep on donating for the rest of the games today. The auction is open, I believe, until 5. And it has been my pleasure to present to you Pigeons 11.
Heck yeah.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, excellent. Awesome. Thank you,
Yeah, keep going.
GM
Go
Cat.
bid in the silent auction. I mean, there's lots of cool stuff. Our friend Bunny from Firing Designs has some awesome dice jewelry. I'm wearing a pair of little D10 earrings. I've made some stuff that's in the silent auction. I've got 2 zippered pouches that are dice related that are in there, and I'd like to not have the leading bid on them anymore. So please go bid on them. Outbid me. Go.
Last I checked, you only had one.
Oh,
The other
okay.
one,
Well,
you've been outbid on the other one.
I'll double check that in a minute.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, GM Cat, and the bird crew who did bird crimes and got their delicious cereal.
Bird cry.
All right, I'm gonna wave you off as you fly into the sunset.